and deep throated bit dog. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to GKP Live and this week's episode. As you can see there in the background, Dad is getting rather friendly with the dog. So on that note, we'll be right back.
To grab me action when I can.
Oh dear me, we'll be right back. At the back. Yeah, she is. This would have, if I were going to pick this show, there you go, guys. I would have picked that one. So we've got a lot more up to come. Nice patterning, nice separation. Look at that, beautiful fish. And again, check this out, guys. This is something else. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. Nice wild common carp coming up for a piece of bread. Perfect. Let's have a look at his koi facility again and look at this full cherry blossom. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to get from the other side so we've got the sun behind us so that you can see this bit. This is absolutely stunning. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Beautiful. Without further ado, I'll get us inside, have a look round, and let you see what you think. Catches in it. In this whole complex, the fish are stunning. Absolutely beautiful. One bat after another. Really nice exactly there. Dog gone, does?
Yeah. She's had a fuss.
Welcome back, everybody. How are we doing all? Has everybody had a good week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. Have you seen that, Mr. Stallion? Thank you very much, mate. Smashed it within the first opening minutes of the show and dropped in another super chat. I appreciate it very much, mate. Thank you very much. I hope you like your little gift I've given you in return. He's been asking and he's asked several times, and I can't see as to why not. He's just been given himself a little blue spanner.
Congratulations, Stallion. Thank you for the support, mate.
I have added one or two others. If there's anybody that has been given a spanner and you don't wish to have, let me know and I will happily remove it. I hope I haven't offended anybody by giving them. And I apologise, Vince. I mistakenly removed yours whilst trying to add others. So it's back on, bud, and you should be all good to go. So, what we've been up to, everybody? Let's hear what you've been up to this week.
I've been polishing the island this week.
You've been doing a bit with pond as well, haven't you? You've been doing
a bit with the pond.
General maintenance. Which was one of the reasons why we brought up the topic of or the question that I asked on Ricky's live the other night, with his opinions, pros and cons on many clays, pond clays.
Yeah, and flocculants.
That's the one. And Mick pretty much said exactly the same thing as what Ricky said when I spoke to him saying, what do you find the benefits from it? And I do think that now, you hear it from somebody such as him and such as Mick and saying what a difference it makes. I might be something I might give a try this season. What's your impressions, Dan? Do you think you might give something like that a go? Have you ever used any before in past? Not like that?
I think it'd rather benefit Daz more so than us because he's got fish will be growing in that environment with clay in.
Yeah, I mean, what is the principle behind it? I know it's a flocculant. It attracts all the algae and crud together and pulls it down and clears the water column. But other than that, I mean, is it supposed to intensify the colours or?
Yeah. Well, immune system.
Immune system gives them back minerals that have been exhausted within the filter system by the fish going through their osmosis and all that lot. And I believe they use a certain set of minerals, don't they? And absorb a certain set of minerals from the water and from their environment. And it's to replenish those minerals, I believe. But the other one being, it brings out the sumi and brings out the beni on and enhances colour on some fish.
Certainly, I think the finished fish that once we've graded them and got the best of the best and growing those best of the best fish on in a tank, then yeah, I think it will be worth putting clay in that tank to get the maximum out of those fish.
Yeah,
bring the colours out and make them look sparkly.
Yeah,
it would be good. It would be good if you could have it like I mean, I don't know if we could do it where it doses it over the week. Because then they're going to get the full benefit through the week. Because I'll throw mine in. Yeah.
Nick, could we mix it with the food in the auto feeder?
Yes, you could. You can feed. You can put the clay on the food.
Yeah,
I'm sure it does state that on one of the packages.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to try.
Because it could be added to a food source as like a supplement. Then.
Yes.
Sweet. Yeah. See, it's not something I've looked into or know much about. Fire away, mate. If you know more about it, because I know you've used it.
Because the way I'm thinking about it, I dump it in within 24 hours. It's clear. So the main body of that clay is out. But within your setup you've got, this is just hypothetical, is would you be able to trickle it in over a period of time so it stays in the water longer so it benefits the fish longer?
Yeah, if it was attached to the food, it will go direct into the fish as well.
It'll get gut health. That's another thing it would do.
What about if you put it into mud ponds? That way you've got no filter to take it out.
Yeah,
what's natural in the water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you didn't have no filtration, if you had just air keeping it suspended in animation, you'd be okay. But the system that I run, Gaz runs, you run, everybody runs, they put the clay in or the flocculant in. Within 24 hours, it's done what it wants to do. So
the one thing, wow, thank you very much, Vicky B. I've just got another one. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that very much. I don't want a spanner, but I wanted to say how happy Stalin is now. He's got he's spinning his chair. We might need the spanner to fix it.
Oh, that's it. Thank you very much, Vicky.
Thank you very much, Vicky. I appreciate that very much. And I've only literally just put out a shout for everybody. But what I'm going to do, all those that do are kind enough and generous enough to give us a super chat, you're always going to get a mention within my community post. And that's just going to be a little thank you from us. And what we're hoping to do at some point is perhaps see if we can use these kind of things towards something to give back to the community. So as it generates and it builds up, perhaps maybe get a little bit of a giveaway from it too. So those that give shall also have the opportunity, along with everybody else, to receive. That's the idea. That's what I'm thinking of doing with it. So,
but as the clay stuff, I've been using it for quite a few years. I'll put it in once a month.
Once a month?
Any particular brands, Nigel?
I've been using the Fox stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I've been putting that, and I also put it in the fry tank, in the grow-on tank.
Yeah, do you think that makes a difference to the fry?
They do go nuts afterwards, yeah.
I might try that. Just run it as an experiment. One fry tank with, one without, just to see if it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Just as an
I found it,
observation.
Sorry, go on.
I say one thing I have found out is does improve the colours.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one thing I liked about it, which I picked up what Ricky did say, is obviously when you're adding it to your water, it gives a lot of coverage in your water. And it clouds the water, which is really good, for example, for summers like what we had last year, when you're pushing 35, 37, 38 degrees.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no lilies or anything for them to get out away of the sunlight, that is a natural sunblock in itself. And it does take a couple of days to clear. So you could add it when on super hot days and use it to keep your fish from being burnt, which is...
And that's one of the topics I was going to bring up tonight.
Sorry.
Has anyone had any experience?
Yeah,
has anyone had any experience with spirulina? Trying spirulina? Because I've got some spirulina this year to try. It was mainly after watching the koi, I think it was the Koi Partners video about raising fry to feed the fry on, and the Daphnia.
Well, you got powder. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's a superfood in its own right. So I imagine if the fry eat it, it will do them good.
It's what's it called? It's a seaweed.
Yes, I think it is.
Spirulina. Oh, it is. Spirulina. It's
like a crispy, a crinkly seaweed.
It is. It is.
The ones that they use kelp, but this particular one, I think it's
spirulina.
It's the farm, so I can't even read it.
Yeah, but what's it called? It is a seaweed. I think it's a short wide leaf seaweed.
Yeah,
but what's it called? That you'll find in some of the cheaper foods, you will see a bulk of spirulina, but in the more expensive foods, so I've been doing a bit of research on food today, less so with spirulina.
It's very high in iodine as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, it's the richest source of iodine in nature, I think. I'm not sure what iodine would benefit to the fish, but it might do something.
Iodine is used for sterilizing wounds and such, isn't it?
Yeah, like an antiseptic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it would be. I would
imagine it'd be beneficial in some way. Yeah.
It'd be like good for gut health again, wouldn't it? Internal
clear out or detox. So
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what difference that makes as well this year.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's with the amount of fry and different spawns that you can do. I mean, you could do an experiment for a couple of weeks, feed one and not feed another, and see what a 2-week growth difference does at the earlier stages. And if you notice a massive difference, then apply it across all boards and see if it does get them off going.
Definitely.
But, I mean, if you wanted to, you could do a smaller scale experiment and move them into some smaller little vats. And
there's 4 tanks to link together. That'll be perfect for it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. And then you can do 2 in width and 2 out and see what difference it makes.
Yeah.
See how it affects different types as well.
Yeah, controlled experiment.
Definitely see, and then you're gonna have some positive results from it. We've got a question, and what I hope people don't mind, but what I am going to start doing, we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to change it around a little bit. By which I mean, if anybody, non-YouTuber or YouTubers, would like to jump in and have a chat with us, I'm going to put the opening out there to anybody. Whether you be a member of public and you would like to, you're not a YouTuber and you would like to come on and you would like to have a sit and natter with us, we're going to put it out to everybody that's interested to come out and have a chat with us. Come and sit in and have a natter, ask some questions, have a chat with everybody else. Join in for the evening. The other one is, what we're going to do from now on in moving forward is on maybe a Friday or a Saturday morning, I'm going to post a community post. And in that community post, it's going to be basically, what would you like to discuss and talk about in the up and coming video or lives next week on our following Thursday night show? So that it gives people that have got any topics they want to talk about or people that's got any questions they would like to ask a chance, and then gives us an option to be able to go through them, do a look, if needs be, to do some research, to find out what we can. If possible, you know, if it's somebody that we need to, or we could get, that specialises in certain areas, as we can get them on and be a guest. That's the idea. That's what we're looking to aim for. So with your help, and if you put out that information and out your, you know, your questions and your suggestions of what you would like to talk about, let's see how we can move forward and bring this as more of a collective, you know, chat community group. And the first stages that we've done about it is basically this. I'm just going to bring up my second screen just so I can show you. This is to basically allow this kind of thing to go on and continue, not just on a Thursday night. Thursday night is primarily just for YouTube, but if we allow that one, I'll bang that on there. You'll see now there on my screen, obviously my homepage. If you click on the about that we've got here, scroll down, you'll see there, join us in Discord. If you're not 100% sure of doing it that way, there's a shortcut link just here. If you click on that, join us in Discord, you will be brought. If you don't have Discord, it will send you to a prompt to install it. Once you've installed Discord, you will be able to then join us in the Discord channel, which I will bring up and I will show you. So you can see we will be capable of hosting over 600 people. So we can have many a person in throughout the evening, up to 99 people in each lounge. And what we've decided that we're going to call it is the GKP, the Koi Lounge. So we've got the first one here. We've got the Koi Lounge there, which obviously if I pull myself into, I'm in the channel. Anybody that joins us can come in and see what's going on. You'll see my logo, you'll see everybody else's logo, and you're more than welcome to come. We've got a music channel that you can listen and type into the bots, so you can make them play any song that you want to request just by following or typing in /bot commands, and it'll tell you what you need to type for your song. We've got administration room and moderators room for whenever we need to have chat or discuss or have anything that we're talking about privately. We've got announcements, live streams where we're going to hopefully show little videos, footages, bits and bats, tutorial for people, anything that anybody might be interested in, a place where people can come and post videos and photos, a general text chat if you're not comfortable with being on camera or being, you know, actually live. You can do it via just voice, or you can have voice and camera. We've got a little area for memes, jokes, and silly giggles and bits and bats, bits of laughs for people. This is the bot channel I was telling you about. Koi Fish Help, if anybody's struggling or anybody wants to jump in and post something and say, you know, can anybody help with this? Anything like that lines. So it's a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a community. We've got the Koi Lounge 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then there's an AFK channel. If anybody stays away, doesn't speak, doesn't move a cursor, or doesn't move the mouse, for 15 minutes, you'll be moved into the AFK channel. And then you can just click back on the channel that you are in to rejoin your friends. But it's not just going to be primarily for us. We're always in there most evenings, but it's for you guys to use. Come and have a chat with you people and have a natural discussion. So there's the link. Like I said, first of all, it is in the about section there. Oh, sorry, wrong screen. And you just click on this, join us on Discord. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can also follow me on Facebook or Instagram. There's links for all four there. Or you can literally do the same at the link tabs just above there. So that's got that one done. Hopefully, we've had about 15 people in this week, so there's been a fair few people coming in, and everybody's welcome. I want to put all this crap behind us, put everything back to the past, and forget about all the past and move forward and have a positive, more community-based environment for people to come and join. If you want to come and have a nap with us, you're always more than welcome. You can, if you're in there, come in, stay well. You can spend till 6 o'clock on an evening most nights, and stupid o'clock on a weekend. We're in there every night a week. We always have a chat and a natter. So if anybody's wish, feel free to join us.
Yeah. Just talking about spirulina, I've just done a bit of more research about the makeup of it. Per 100 grams, Right. There's total 8 grams of fat, saturates 2.7 grams, cholesterol 0, sodium 1.048 grams, potassium 1.363 grams, total carbohydrates 24 grams, dietary fiber 3.6 grams, sugar, which is interesting, that's 3.1 grams, protein 57 grams, and then it goes to vitamin C 16 grams, iron 158%, and then it goes to other stuff. But so for 100 gram dosage, like a packet, say, you sprinkle over that food, your food, total calories per that 100 grams would be 290 calories.
Oh, so it's quite nutritious for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like I say, the magnesium is 48%.
Wow. Yeah.
So a lot of high level stuff in there.
That's good for metallics then.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, iron, 158%.
I've fed that to my fry in the food with the food when I first got them.
Yeah.
And then after a few weeks, once they're big enough, I stopped it because they're bigger toast. I didn't bother.
Yeah.
David Coybloke just put that he uses spirulina.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I use it for my goldfish and betas.
Ah.
I use it, virtually all the way through the tropical room. I'll use the spirulina flakes. And you can even buy it frozen as well.
Right. Yeah, I was forgetting you can get flakes and frozen as well.
Yeah, you can buy it in frozen cubes like you would like the bloodworm and things like that. So I'll defrost it every so often and throw some into mine. It works very well. It actually helps with dropsy as well.
Oh.
Okay.
That's good.
That's worth knowing.
Was that a bugger you've just lost?
If you're concerned about a fish not being able to evacuate correctly, to put it politely, I will feed sorry, my voice is going. I'll feed a mixture of spirulina and brine shrimp.
Right.
And it acts like a laxative.
Yeah, it would. The spirulina would, yeah. It stops bloat. It stops bloat, don't it?
Yeah.
Not dropsy as such, because dropsy is a liver or kidney problem, isn't it?
Or it can be from the fish's insides actually just shutting down in general.
Yeah.
I find it that I get it with the betas if they end up with a swim bladder problem.
Sorry, Victor, I'm not laughing at you. If you see me giggling randomly, it's the admin sending me private messages. Daz, feed the axolotls spirulina, they'll come out like Godzilla. Oh dear, at least you didn't get me mid-bait this week. Well, that's it's interesting to know that I'm interested and intrigued as to see what difference it makes.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a go, 100%. Yeah. Especially with the amount of fry, you're going to need to bulk them out a bit, aren't you? You're going to have a lot to feed this year.
Yeah.
Do you add it as a powder form then, or do you wet it up? Do you make it as
powder form?
No,
powder form.
Yeah. That's how I've got it.
Or you can buy it. Me and Vicky, you can buy it. We buy tablets for the Plex, don't we?
Yeah, they're like wafers. Yeah.
Wafers. Spirulina wafers.
Yeah.
You'll have to find out.
Is that what's in those? Those wafer plate ones.
That's it. That's spirulina.
The little round disc in the middle, the different colour. Is that spirulina?
No, spirulina's green.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking it was right. So that'd be like for like your common Plex then that I've got the.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I thought spirulina were red for some reason.
No. That's
krill.
krill.
The red stuff you have, Daz.
That's krill.
Krill.
you find out, I don't personally know, but if you have a look on just in general fish food with spirulina in it, find out what one you can buy cheaper in bulk, whether it is the wafer pellets or the flake food or whatever it might be, and then you just crush it up, don't you? And just whack it in a mortar or pestle or a coffee grinder and just grind it up yourself.
Yeah.
Well, the wife just gets it for me from Holland and Barrett because she gets a discount on it.
Busy's just said we're getting a bit of feedback from somebody.
Oh,
not me.
Not me.
I haven't heard anything.
No, I haven't.
I can't hear any feedback.
I mean, I'm surprised you guys have been hearing me. Can you hear me okay? Have I
Yeah.
just been sat here?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had my mic muted, but I didn't know that's on a different. I didn't know if it was muted. It might have been that actually. Let me know if it happens again now. I've just turned off a button on my system, so that might have been causing the feedback. Oh, I can't hear anything myself. Normally, I can hear it coming back through my speakers. But if it is, let me know, and I'll try to tweak it a little bit.
Mike's just said fine at his end as well.
I'll tweak that down once or twice to see what it does. Let me know. Right, I'll touch on a couple of comments, and then we can get into anything that anybody wants to ask or anybody else has got they want to bring up this evening. We've got evening all and welcome from Mr. Tropical Koi, and evening everyone from Sean.
Evening, Sean.
Evening all from me. Hi Gaz, Daz, Mick, hope you're good. Thanks very much, Dave. Very well, thank you. Budget Pond Keeper, evening early birds. Alan T says evening all, and also follows up very shortly with a question, which I'll bring up for you, Daz. Boom from Piggy. With get the lights going already. 7 in, 3 lights. Thanks very much, mate. Appreciate the push and the support. We've got Alan T says, Daz, where is the koi farm? I'm between Glasgow and Edinburgh and was wondering how long it would take me to get to the farm.
Nottingham, Alan. Smack in the middle of the country.
So a long while.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a little journey, is it? But,
no.
yeah. We got a hi guys from Stallion. Thank you very much. Thanks very much for you and your wife, mate. Again, appreciate it very much. So, got my 7-foot tank on the 17th of March. Ooh, sweet.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big tank.
That's a good size.
There we go. Yeah. Mr. Vass says, evening night to the round pond, and Daz continues his quest for the Holy Grail.
It contains trifle. Evening, Mike. Good to hear from you. You all right, buddy?
Skeggy says the Holy Grail. We've already have you stupid English night. Evening from Nip. Evening from Skeg. Evening from Budget. And again. That's pinned up to the top for everybody to have a look at. If anybody does want to come on and join us, whether you be a YouTuber or whether you be a member of public, feel free to do. Twisted Kai says, yo, 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 cupcakes. How are you doing, Vince? Sorry again, mate. Apologies. There's a question there from Budget Pond Keeper. I'm after a freestanding pond stroke vat, 1.5 metres by 1.5 metres by 1 metre deep. Must be cheap and near to Derby. If anybody knows of said item, you'd appreciate it. There you go, mate. Got an evening DT or an evening all from DT. How you doing, bud? Let's get down. Still not found one, Chris. Why not build one and aligner it?
Yeah.
There you go. As well as a second option might be a cheaper option than actually trying to pick up one and actually do it.
Yeah.
Knocking one up pretty easy these days, can't you? A nice timber frame section, as long as you get plenty of structural supports in it. And timber is coming down in price compared to what it was.
If you can just find any kind of container, even if it's busted. I mean, I refurbished one in the week, did a little video on it. We haven't released it yet, but and that was refurbishing a show vat that got holes in it. And you can't patch show vats because they're from that woven stuff that like the liners where you can't stick anything to it for a window and such. It repels silicone, glues, sealants. So I relined it, and that worked really well.
Yeah, it did. Which I will stick that video. It's only going to be a relatively short one, but simple.
No, I've got some more to add to it, so we'll
we
add
can
more.
stick it out on something else and just add it into it then. But it did turn out really good, didn't it?
Yeah, I was surprised at how easy and effective it turned out. So if you've got a container, even a big water butt or something like that, cut it down. If it's got a hole in it, pop a liner in it. Those thin woven liners are really supple and they bend easily you don't get so many folds.
And they're relatively cheap as well, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
I was going to use some IBC totes.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, they're about a metre square, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're 1,000 litres.
Yeah.
1,000 litres, yeah.
Yeah, metric ton.
You can get the 600.
In there, you can always sink it into the ground partly, can't you? If you want to, to lose a bit of
strong spade.
Or do what Vince has done on his, where he's built it into a corner and bricked round it to make a feature out of it. So,
yeah.
I find a lot of those on a Facebook marketplace, and you're normally looking around 40, 50 quid, and some of those companies that will resell them will deliver.
Yeah. Especially if you have more than one, I imagine.
Yeah.
Skeggy's bit of a push here if it does. That concrete panel idea is good. Just make sure you sink the post deep enough and it's all above ground. Yeah. What did you say, Daz? If you're going to do them, to sink the post in more than 2 foot? What it 2 foot?
Got a minimum of 2 foot in the ground.
2 foot.
Yeah. And ideally, if you can dig it into the ground a bit, the gravel boards at the first tier, that helps to support it as well.
Can you help Budget Pond Keeper? Do you know the rough prices of the posts and panels? Guesstimation?
Yeah, they're around about £12 a gravel board, and roughly about that for the same for a post, £12 to £15 a post. So just calculate how many posts. It is, yeah.
It's 6 foot, so the 1.8 meters by 1.8 meters by 1.8 meters. If you were going to do a square, you don't need 4 posts.
Yeah,
and then outside the depth you want to and trim them off.
Corner posts are slightly dearer than your intermediates.
15 or something quid, 15 or 16 quid.
Yeah.
So
and they're heavy.
Yes,
they are.
Damn heavy.
They are very heavy.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, when the gravel boards have been set in ground and you recycle them and you take them out and they've been soaking in ground for a long while, they're even more heavy, aren't they? That was shocking. When we picked some of them up, I was like, God damn, didn't expect it. And then you pick up another one that's not been underground and you nearly throw it in air.
Yeah.
You whipped it out of the ground like they were no, but some of them were pretty much a lot more heavier than what I expected anyway.
And the thing is, they don't rot like sleepers.
Exactly. They do. I am right in saying if you get a crack in concrete, they are reinforced, aren't they? So they even have
rebarring.
4 bars running through them, aren't they?
Yeah. And the gravel boards have rebarring as well. They have 3, yeah. One about 2 inches in from each edge, and I think 1 in the middle.
So there you go. There's an idea for you, mate. That's relatively cheap when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, and you can make a 1.8, so that'd be 6 foot. 6 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot. If you put it 2 foot below the ground, 1 foot above you, or 2 foot below and 2 above, you've got your 4 foot of depth there, just with 4 gravel boards.
Yeah.
That'd be 4, 8, 12, 16 boards total, plus 4 posts. Which is well, actually, you need the 4 corner ones, wouldn't you? Like you said, you wouldn't need but reasonably sized growing pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good few number of fish.
Yeah. Welcome, Rye, to the GKP Koi Lounge. Rye's just joined.
Evening, Rye.
Oh, nice one, Rye. We also do from time to time gaming there as well, mate. If you have a fancy joining us, let us know. He, believe it or not, very used to. I'm sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rye, saying this. But it used to be something like 6 or 446 in the UK gaming in COD. Or it might have been well, it was a pretty good game, let's put it that way. That's quite an achievement, man. It was I'm sure it was the UK. Which one it, right? Which did you do? Which did you play? It was COD, but you was high ranked, very high ranked in the online gaming side of it, which is pretty nuts. I'm sure he'll tell us anyway. Let's go down through. About, there you go, Skeggy one's far off. About 10 quid a panel and 20 quid a post. Fourth after Mike. You wish. Right, let's see if we can find it. I'm just going to quickly go through and see. We've got an evening all from Carlos. What I'm going to do is go your hellos back and forth to one over. I'm going to keep skipping through them so that we can keep up with the chats. Yeah, ranked 7th in the globe on Call of Duty. Oh, damn.
That's good.
2 foot would be ideal. Solid ground in my garden. There you go. It's relatively easy to do when it does, to be fair.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's also
pretty quick.
We haven't put that bit in yet either, mate, have we? The bit where you braced up the corners by making a little bit of a plywood shuttering and concreting it up, so you've got, like, instead of your corners being 90 degrees, you've got a 45 degree straight across it to give you that extra strength to corner across as well.
Rebar inside that as well to stiffen it.
And it gives you directional flow as well, don't it?
Yeah.
Where instead of getting lost in corners, it will.
Yeah, make the circular motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stallion says he's got more stuff indoor going on than outdoor. Gonna keep a small pond, but we're gonna pop up a polytunnel in the year to see if I can be more successful than last year. Anyone got any projects for spring? Yeah, what are your projects? Well, yeah, I've got one, but it might be slightly after spring. Mine will be extending the pond, making it bigger, and I might even be able to make it bigger than what it was, because everywhere the dog has tinkled, the grass is dead, and my wife just said, "But you're going to be making it into a pond anyway." So I'm going to start encouraging my daughter's dog to come up there and tinkle.
A mini digger then.
That's it. Before long, we'll need a little boat to get across the other side to get the filter out.
Have a bridge.
There we go. Any other topics you want to bring up, Mick? Because you said you got a few of these.
Yeah, well, I've got a few. This is just a general question because of, like I say again, what Ricky was been talking about with GH and KH and stuff like this. What's your GH? I would like to know what their GHs are, the general hardness in places, because like I say, in Japan it's softer water, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering is there any place in the UK that would mimic the perfect, like the Japanese do in this country?
Yeah.
Mine's in my area. The last time I tested my tap water, which was just towards the back end of last year, if you remember when we were doing this KH and GH, mine's either 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah.
On average.
So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's near enough what Japanese KH in the ring. Mine's 18, believe it or not.
Wow.
What were Daz's? What were yours, Daz? Because yours were pretty. Yours were quite high.
Something, yeah. That was the well water though.
Jeff's
tested the tap water.
Oh yes, it was well water. One, it was the well water. Yeah,
because it comes straight through all the clay, so there's going to be a lot of lime in it. But,
I think mine's 8.
8.
Sorry.
8.
Mine's 8.
Right. I would imagine mine would be 8. But no, mine would be similar to yours, Mick. I would have thought.
18, yeah. 18, 19.
Yeah. I've never tested it, but I ought to. Yeah.
Any idea what yours is, Vicky?
Straight from the tap, mine is generally around 7 to 8, depends on the time of year.
Yeah.
So you both got fairly soft water then.
Yeah, which is ideal for koi as a whole.
Yeah, Sumi and Benny prefer different though, don't they?
Yeah.
Or has different. Well, not somebody prefers it, but has different effects on the Sumi and Benny, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's low, you get better. Is it better Benny? If it's high, you get better Sumi. Is that right, or is it the other way around, or is it worse?
I think Benny is for softer water, isn't it?
I think it is, mate.
Yeah, I think Benny prefers softer water.
That's me asking you a question.
Where Sumi
likes it a bit harder.
Sumi likes it a little bit harder. But
yeah,
another thing, I'm not being funny. I'm not saying his name quite a lot, but Ricky said we all majority of people go, on the Sumi, or they like it in colder weather. The Sumi comes up in colder weather. It may do, but it also comes up in warmer water as well.
Yeah.
Which was I found really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you hear people go, Sumi comes out in colder water temperatures and stuff like that, but it also comes out in warm water.
I have noticed on some of my fish, the Sumi has intensified the glossy black with the colder weather, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, on that shower, the Tancho shower, you've got all the solid black what's popped up, but then you've got like an inch all the way around it with Sumi what's developing, hopefully.
Well, that'd explain that receipt. That chag that I've got throughout the winter and spring just looks the normal colour, but come summer when the sun comes up, it gets that patch of black on its side, which fades back every time. Softer water better, Benny. Harder water, Sumi more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But my grow on tank, the Sumi's come out with the warm water. That's at 20 degrees.
Yeah.
And that's inky black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So temperature affects the difference as well.
So it makes you wonder, is it a stress related thing? Because you're talking extremes of temperature, aren't you?
Sorry. You're busy. Said hi all.
No, I think it's a natural development. I don't think it's to do with stress or out.
No, I think it's temperature and that. It's something to do with stress as such, I wouldn't have thought. The only time I see is stress is on the shearers when you take them to shows and they go pink.
Yeah.
Busy Bee says, who do I hit over the head with this spanner finger? Anybody you want, but be gentle first of all. And if they don't learn from the first one, increase pressure.
Don't bend the spanner.
If it's a 10 mil spanner, somebody's lost it.
I lost my 10 mil spanner over there. Dropped it down floorboards. Second one that's down there now. Can't get it back. We aren't taking the kitchen units out.
Carol just said RG84. Busy Bee said 14 to 16. Skeggy said 18. Simon Green out from Bolton, sorry if I've messed your name up, his KH is 1.
Wow.
Carol Larson is KH is 7, but used bicarb.
Was we talking KH though, or KH?
Yeah, there we go. As our new admins, come on. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate these super chats both you and your wife are doing.
No worries, mate. I had to come on. I had to show my face after you give me that wrench. I thought it's just disrespect if I don't come on.
I'm just going to do a quick mention because we've got somebody in the chat that's just quite recently said hi, guys, which is Claudia, who is one of the assistant site managers on one of probably the sites I enjoy working on the most. So thanks very much for joining us, Wayne. Appreciate it, mate. He has started doing some artwork, guys, and it's early days, but from what he's shown me, it is pretty damn good. And I'm gonna when he gets off to a few pieces that he might want to move on, I'm gonna put him on the show. I'm gonna show him off a little bit. He's doing artwork with what's it called? Liquid, like you pour over worktops. If you wanted to make resins, is it resin art?
Resin art, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He did one other day that's like sea. It looks like the sea rolling in, but it's raised up, so it's got bubbles in it, so you can see it. It looks like white waves rolling over on it. We're absolutely sweet.
Oh yeah,
yeah, resin art. So he's had a couple of lessons, and now he's having a go at it. But I can't wait for him to do a few more, and when he does, I'm going to share it. So. I did drop you a message as well today. Let me know if you can. Drop me a text. What have I got on for tomorrow? Have you got a lot? If you haven't got a lot on for tomorrow, I need to squeeze the customer in. Work related. But if you're not got too much, hit me up, drop me a text, mate. Where want to? Yeah, but his resin art that he's doing is absolutely fantastic. And if you don't mind, when you've got a few pieces that are good and you're ready, I will show them and share them with everybody because I think they're pretty damn smart. What I've seen just as his throwaway test pieces, you can sit and look at it and think, wow, and then look somewhere else and think, wow, your eyes drawn all over it. It's really good.
Yeah.
Proper good. Anyway, there's a little shout out for you, mate. Hopefully one day he's going to start putting them on. Not got a lot, to be fair, pal. Sweet, nice one. That means, right, I've got a job in him. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Got to get this work sorted out. I've got a job on it morning first. I'll be there 2 hours after normal, mate. So I'll sort that out and I'll be in about 10. The beauty of the internet. We've got a couple more messages from a few people here, which will sell in right. I had my tea and I'm ready to go. And he's here. There we go.
Oh, yeah,
thanks for joining. So how's the tank build coming on then? How's the you were doing one under the stairs, yeah?
Yeah, what happened is I took too many things. Some person was giving away terrapins on Facebook. So I thought I always wanted a terrapin. When I got to the house, they had 6 of them.
Wow.
So basically, the woman was going in a care home. So I took all 6 of them. And looking back, it slowed me down. I'm not thinking of keeping them all. I'm going to give them away to the right home. I'm thinking about keeping maybe 2 to 3. I just don't have the space. They're really large terrapins, size of a dinner plate. So I took them on. It slowed me down. So then under the stairs where we were making the pond just became like a storage place for a little fish tank for the terrapins. So cut a long story short, I've got the terrapins out now. They're in the kitchen like in a dog bath, and they've got a nice little slot there. The koi fry I just purchased last week. I just thought I'm going to buy some. The company got back to me and they said, what you bid on is they're almost like 50p fry, and I paid £70 for them. And he turned around and said, well, I said, I want some good ones. He said, okay, I'll give you some good ones for £70 for 30 fry. And I'm telling you, the fry that I've got there, Gaz, and the top quality fish. The only thing is, I'm on a basic phone, so try to capture that on a basic phone. It's not doing no justice.
It's not easy, is it? When you're trying to photo something like that, they don't keep still long enough, do they, mate?
No. And I'm trying to part with about 5. At first, before I got him, I said, I'll part with 10 of them. I can't even part with 5 of them. It's difficult.
I know the feeling.
At this stage, it's difficult, Gaz. What's it going to be like in 2-3 months? It's going to be even more difficult when they progress.
Yeah,
definitely will be.
That's where
Do you mind saying where you got them from, Stallion?
I don't really. The thing I don't tell about companies because they don't endorse me. They don't give me no. They've never given me loads of free fish, so I don't really do it. And because people, if they want to buy a few off me, they know where I'm buying from. If I sell a few, so it makes no. If even at doing it at the obvious level, you're thinking more business approach. If you told everyone where you buy your fish from, then you're cutting yourself out. I mean, I had some people come to buy them from me once, and they're like, "Where do you buy them from?" I said, "I'm not going to tell you that." I said, "You don't go in the corner shop and say, where do you buy your crisps and your chocolate and your cans of Coke from, do you?" He said, "No, I'm only asking." He said, "I'm only asking because I won't buy from them." I thought, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
No. So I'm doing it for the hobbyist. I'm looking to do a business out of it, but I know it's not easy to break from hobbyist to business. You need a lot of acres. It's as simple as that. But that's where I'm at. I'm enjoying it. I've always been in and out of the hobby, but this year I don't know what it is this time. It's really, really gripped me.
Yeah.
That's it. Now you're doomed, then, mate. You're doomed.
Yeah. And going back to the fish tank.
Got you for good.
Gaz, going back to the fish tank, what I've done, I was getting some prices. So the tank I've got getting made, it's 7 foot, 14-inch wide, and the only reason it's 14-inch wide is because of the cove. I don't want to really come past that cove because you'll bang into it or whatever. So 14-inch wide and 22-inch deep. Now, I got a quote off someone on eBay, and he was charging me £748 for the fish tank with 4 sliding lids on the top, £85 delivery. You're talking it was coming in at about £840. And I was scratching my head. Now, I don't mind saying this company, because if you want to get a fish tank from him, 10mm thick fish tank, they've just quoted me, I think it was with delivery, £404. And that's for the 7-foot tank I'm talking. It's called, I think it's Ian Aquaman UK, and he's a cracking bloke. So £40 delivery, the tank, all for about 400 and something. I've already put the deposit down there.
And what are you going to do? Are you going to grow on your little fry in there, or are you going to?
Well, that's the idea, guys. What I'm going to do is get all my fry from 2 to 3 week old, start them in that tank, start moving them onto my indoor pond. Because last year, I don't know what was going on. I was scratching my head. Was it a parasite problem? Was it a jealous neighbour? Was it? You've got to contest with a lot of things outdoors. You know, it depends. I guess it depends if you get on with your neighbours. Are you living in a nice place? But where I'm from, everybody's jealous of everybody. You know, and it's one of them things. I've got someone who lives above me, like, and he can look down into my yard. He keeps fish, and then he come up with this story that made no sense. He said, well, I give all my fry to the bin men. When we koi have fry, I give it all to the bin men. And before he looked over, we'd lived there 2 years, and we never heard of the kids messing about. The football kept coming over. He kept popping his head over, pretending his kids' balls all, and I just found him very, very strange. To the point, I said to my missus, if he does it this year, I'm going to have a word with him. Say last year, you know, I was a bit okay with it. You can see, looking down in my garden, you know, I've got like a pop-up greenhouse. I'm growing some vegetables. I'm doing something. I've got a pot, you know, a koi pond. Stop. Turn the football nets the other way, or is it because you want to look over? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just last year was a shock on. I nearly give up. If it weren't for like you guys, Skeggy, and a few others, I had enough. When it all goes wrong with the koi, I've been there before. I've been very, very close to being really successful. And the simplest thing, boom, you think, I can't do that again.
It's when they're so young, they're so much more delicate, aren't they? And it doesn't take much. I mean, you get parasites on fry, and they take it hard, don't they? It's them hard. And
it doesn't kill them.
Rapid.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you're dealing with small vessels of water, the ammonia spikes and that are so much more severe and quicker that it can take them out really fast. I mean, that's one thing. If you get as big a volume of water as you can, the more stable it's going to be.
Yeah. I think with fry, if you can do the water changes, I'm not saying I'm a genius or anything like that, but I've never really specialised in big, large koi because I've never had the room. But I've only ever done fry. And what I noticed is if you're getting good sunlight, good heat, and you are replenishing that water a lot, then they do all right. But when you come into it as a newbie, you think it's just changing water, but you don't understand about the chemistry, what you're taking out, what you're putting back in, the temperature fluctuations, the pH, all that on a fry. It's like a death sentence. If it's wrong, forget about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. Well, one mistake I made, Gaz, is I was doing this like everyone starts either in the mother's house when they're starting off when they're young, or in an apartment, wherever. And I was starting off at my mum's, and I just started off with like one of them blue vat systems, a couple of tanks either side. And my mum had like a lean-to, I won't call it conservatory, but a bit like a conservatory. And she never really used it. So I was getting temperatures of like 30, 40 degrees, you know, on a good day. And it was easy to turn the water over because all I did is like a pump straight to the grid, fill it up. So he was able to do plenty of water changes. And the way they grew, the koi farm said to me, what are you doing? Your koi are growing a lot faster than ours are. And that's when you. I'm not saying I revolutionised it, but that's when you start seeing people doing koi things in polytunnels and greenhouse effects and things like that.
Yeah.
Temperatures makes a massive difference, doesn't it? Massive difference to them. You can get them on that heat. I mean, look at Vince. He got his in there inside that shed, and he was still growing fish inside the small environment that he was doing. And even Adam came up to him. Adam Bayer came to him and said, "Yours are bigger than mine."
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it in the environment that they're in. But
yeah,
good food, good temperatures, well
trickle in,
filtered,
trickle out helps as well.
plenty of water changes. And that's well, other than keeping your parameters and everything right, but that's your key in it. So it's all about. So when does the big tank come in?
It's coming on the 17th of March.
17th of March.
I looked on his page, like I say, Aquaman. It's either Ian Aquaman UK. Search him up. He's a top bloke. He gives you like deadlines when you do the tank. He doesn't rush you. He's just charged me £40 just a vinyl, back all black. £40. That saves me messing about with spray paint or whatever. So I've got a good deal there, guys. You know.
Yeah.
17th. I'm not too sure what external to go for. I was going to go top range like a Fluval FX6 straight away, but I'm thinking of just going for like an all-pond solution with a UV tops, like the toppest spec, just for now, and slowly build it. That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Well, like I say, I mean, a tank that size, I would definitely use a UV. Where the Fluval FX6s don't come with a UV as standard, do they?
No, they don't. No.
So I would. If need be, I'd run two if you can.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
They're not expensive either. What for them all pond solutions are about £130, aren't they? Something like that.
Yeah, the top one's about £120. You're talking. The only thing I don't like with the cheaper models, as with the Fluval FX6, it's got a self-kicking mechanism that starts to pump the filtration system. What you find out with any of these other externals that you've got a prime, you have problems with the water. Yeah, but if it's not the prime system that goes, you get a lot of trapped air in the externals, and it's just a nightmare. You might as well pay that extra. You know what they're saying? You might as well pay that extra if it's better. So, I don't know.
What was the type of glass that Tank Jack had? Which made it
opal crystalline glass.
What type of glass? Have you by any chance got that, or is it just normal standard tank glass?
All I know is it's standard safety, 10 millimeter. Not 10 millimeter. Yeah, 10 mil thick. So I did want it a bit thicker because I've got a big dog, and you do worry if it takes a knock, don't you, and things like that. But he just said all his tanks are 10 mil, and that's they're like standard safety. So
but that one that Jack had is the glass on that tank.
What's it? Iron something?
It's some crystalline. It's something crystal glass or something.
Yeah.
It was really high-end tank. I'm telling you now, really, really nice tank.
Yeah, really.
Oh! And guess what? Guess who's got it?
I should have asked you. Sorry, Vicky. Yeah, it's OptiWhite glass, isn't it? That's what it is.
That's it.
When you look at the end of the glass side on the normal piece like mine, it's opaque. But on them ones, they're clear out, and you can see
crystal clear.
Yeah.
You're fairly strong then, are you, for the March?
Sorry.
So you're fairly strong carrying that tank then when it comes.
Gonna need a few. You're gonna need a few people for that. I mean, I think they're even actually helping with delivering and getting it into the home. So for everything that you're paying, you know, you just got to check them out.
Is that a stand as well, or have you got to make some kind of framework?
Oh no, we got a stand already being made. The wood didn't cost me a lot of money. I just bought a few 3B2s, plywood for the top, and then what happened is I took my fish tank off the fish stand, and I was going to sell the fish stand separately. I said 1 minute, I can make the doors out of this. So I took the doors off and just took a bit of that off. So it set me back about £104 just for the 3B2s the 8-foot plywood, and that's it. So pretty
What
cheap
you
for
want
a
to
stand.
get, mate, when you get the pond, when you get your tank, you want to get some of this neoprene matting. It's like a sponge matting. It's anti-slip, so your tank won't move around on it, but it's really strong. It's absorbent of moisture if you get any spills, so it'll, soak it up a little bit, but it don't pass through it. And you'll be able to stick your tank on top of that, mate, and not have it moving around or, not sliding about.
Well, I was thinking that, Gaz.
Take out the insulation side of it so that you're not having it on a solid surface like your plywood. If you get any flexing, that'll give you a little bit of give.
Yep, we've got a new guest. Robert Comerford. Hi, mate.
Thank you very much for joining us, Robert. And Mrs. Dale Pinky as well.
Dale Pinky as well, yeah.
Is that that lady's been in before. She's the one with the Mini Cooper with the pink. Yeah. But
anyway, welcome back.
Thank you very much for joining us again. Go on then, Mick. Topic number 3. Topic number 2. Have you got another one?
Food.
Anybody else would like to talk about?
Food.
Questions from yourselves out there?
Food. I mean, like I say, I did a bit of research on food and stuff today. I want to know what makes. Is it the deliverance of the nutrients in the food that make a big difference, or you go to your koi food right now, and it tells you a list of ingredients, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then you go to a bag of Sakai koi food and you read the ingredients. It's pretty much the same. Is it the way the food's delivered through the body system? What's different, or is it different grades of fish meal or krill meal or fish oil and stuff like that? Is it different grades of it? Because they all contain majority the same kind of ingredients, and it does be interesting how to learn out what is the difference between them apart from the price.
Yeah,
it's more the way it's absorbed, the absorption.
That's what I'm saying. The absorption rate. That's it.
Yeah,
and the waste.
Yes, because some produces far less waste than others, so
yeah,
it must be more efficient and more digestible. You would think.
Yeah, I mean, I find with the Sakai, since I changed to that last year, my waste in the filters has been really good. Before that, I fed like coppins and bits and pieces based, and the stuff that was in the filter, and the aqua source stuff, no. My filter, I was doing the filter every 2 days because it was just clogging up, and I felt that that's the same amount.
Yeah, that's interesting then, because one of somebody was speaking to last night that they use they use aqua source, and they get good clarity, minimum waste. So
see, when I use you can get that Akari, not Sakai Akari, but Akari. I use that. I fed that prior to being on what we're on now, and I used to get like jellified waste that floated around on the surface. Only every now and again. It was only like every, maybe a couple of months. You'd get that odd one. You'd think, what the hell is that? And sometimes almost resembled a slug floating on top of a pond. Yeah, and I thought, what the hell is that?
Casting.
But I've never had it since.
Casting protein.
Yeah, it's an empty casting, so it's got no poo in it. It was just a casting of it, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. That would be. That's what it'd be.
And is that because they've absorbed everything pretty much out of it, or just one dodgy shit?
No. I mean, like I say, I see them. I see exactly the same as you. Even now, you see the odd one floating there.
Well, that's what I'm wondering now, whether or not the bottom drain's acting far better than what I had before, because I don't see it anymore at all. It's gone. Yeah. I don't see any crap on bottom of the pond at all anymore.
Yeah,
might be different when it made it slightly bigger, but I don't get any at all anymore. Which is good.
That's it, Busy Bee. I didn't want to mention the person in case I didn't. Like I say, that Busy's just put.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I get the odd one, but only in the skimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floaters.
Yeah, floater. Yeah. But say like, I can check the skimmer, and every couple of days, or maybe 3 or 4 days, and you might find one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It says go into the beef filter. So
I seen a video not so long ago. Some people might have seen it, especially if you subscribe to Koi YouTube videos. Comes up in your recommendation. Now I don't know how the guy was working his system, but it was like with paving stones covered in it. But it was basically like everyone else's filter systems with the sponges and something like that. And he said he only has to do maintenance on it twice a year, so every 6 months. And then he was pulling out these sponges, and they look fresh out the packet. And I had to turn around and say to him, "I'm sorry, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care how you're bringing the water into the system and bringing it back out. They look fresh out the packet." And he said, "Don't knock it until you try it. You've got to see it. You will find it. Search something like this when you get time. You don't really need a pond filter or something like that." And I couldn't believe it. He didn't even have no muck in his filter. I'm not on about he's got large koi in there as well. I'm thinking either he's got a genius idea or he's just trying to get loads of subscribers. One of the two.
Yeah.
well, yeah, strange.
I research it for science.
Yeah, but that's it.
Talking
That's
about, sorry, mate, 1 sec. Just while I've got it, just a gentleman here. Shrewsbury Koi has jumped in with an evening, everyone. This is the channel that we shared a couple of weeks ago. And I'd like to give him a shout out again because he has started putting out, well, he's put out his first video and he also dropped his second video yesterday evening. So there is now content going on Shrewsbury Koi's channel. So we can all swing round, give him a lift, give him a thumbs up, a like, share, and a subscribe, and enjoy some of his content, guys.
Yeah, because like I say, it's interesting how people have different experiences with food as well.
It's funny how the same products can act different in different ponds, different environments.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that we've both changed to, we've noticed a significant reduction in waste.
In waste, yeah.
What you're feeding?
Well,
feeding
Japan mix from Kunikoi.
Yeah.
At present.
But
when you start working it out, as many a person has, when you start working it out, when you're buying sack-wise or bag-wise, big bag-wise, there's not a great deal of difference between that and Sakai Akara. Not really.
I mean,
it's not a lot.
I looked. That's one company today. I looked at Sakai and Japanese Pet Design, JPD. They are neck and neck with price per kilo.
Yeah. Which is pretty nuts when you see the difference in the results that Sakai Akari produce.
Yeah.
Makes you think, doesn't it? And as people have said to us, if you buy in bulk, you tend to get it cheaper. So if you're in a group or as a group here, buying together, you get a bit of a discount from it.
Yeah.
So well worth thinking about, isn't it? So seriously thinking about maybe giving it a try.
Yeah, I've just put the grow-ons onto Sakai.
Yeah.
And they go nuts for it. As soon as it hits the water now, whoosh, they're up and it's gone.
Yeah.
So shall I take the van to the Newark show then and we'll load it up?
Yeah.
As long if we do that, we need to take Jeff with us so that he can pay it.
Yeah. A high roller.
I'll be making him giggle whilst he's driving down the motorway. Sorry, Jeff. Keep positive. We've got a hi Gaz from Aquatic Nest. Thank you very much for joining us again. Appreciate it. Mark Chillin says, "Evening, Gaz, Daz, Mick, Vicky, Nigel, and everyone." Thank you very much, mate. And
evening, Mark.
Italian. Always makes me think of Rocky when I think of your channel name.
Hey, I was Rocky last weekend. Let me tell you that one. I won't self-incriminate myself, but some idiot will, you know, when someone's had a few drinks and won't leave you alone. So we went out for a few, like for my mate's birthday, and he kept coming out with these things, and everyone saying, "Oh, it's just banter, just banter." Anyway, I moved table from him, and he come over and tried to insult me in front of a friend I used to work with, and that was it. I just flipped on him, and it's not like me. I'm one of them. I used to do a bit of boxing, so I don't like to do it. But this guy, he was like a parasite all around me, and I just thought I just pushed him. He went flying into the table, and then instead of thinking that's enough, he come to fight me. I landed a few blows, and that was it. I'm retired from that life. I'd rather be a family man. It just made me think about it now. To think, you know, I'm 36 now. This drinking game, these idiots who do drugs and all that, they're not for me. They drain the energy. They drain the energy from you. It's like tonight when you're in a community with everybody who's, you know, about the same thing. You don't feel drained. But I don't know, when you're around people that do the things you don't do, they're just associates. So this is where I'm going to concentrate now on my family, this project, because in hindsight, this could have set me back. You know, just that one stupid night could have set me back from where I was going. And my missus, you know, your missus always says, don't go out. And you think they're just being moaning and whinging. But if you've got a good missus, you say this.
What's your opinion, Vicky?
No.
Living room, mate, you're in for it.
No. I tell you what, though. I tell you what, guys. If it weren't for Vicky, I don't think I'd have I don't think you can run into a woman as good. I'm not saying about everyone else is missing, but as good as Vicky, because she's let me. One thing, me man.
Simple saying for you, bud. Right?
Yeah. Well,
behind every great man is an even greater woman.
It's true. It's true, guys. And she lets me do the koi, and I do worry with my friends when the missus are always nagging. Oh, you can't have a tank. You can't do. I think, well, you know, when there's no more room left in the kitchen, that's when she'll come at me.
Apply for planning permission.
I love to put a fish tank in the bathroom.
You want Vicky's house? There pretty much is a tank in every room.
Oh, there is.
And 55 or so in this room.
It's just one of the hobbies, isn't it? It never slows down. It just progresses. But so does any hobby. I mean, I've got a friend who's like into car mechanics and selling cars, and he'll buy a car, he'll sell a car. It's just what we do, isn't it? It's our hobby.
I personally think, mate, there's nothing more soothing than tinkering with your pond, tinkering with your fish, doing what you're doing. It's something that can get you. If you've got tropicals indoors, you've got something for the winter months. In the winter months, well, everything's as it is. You've still got your maintenance to do, but you've not as much interaction as what you'd normally have through the summer months. But the shows, the environment, the events you can go to as well. There's tons of stuff to do. It's a pretty much, fish keeping is a pretty much all round hobby that can keep you entertained throughout the whole season. Every one of them. And I think it's good for the mind too. Very good.
Yeah, I've got two hobbies. Well, yeah.
Can we have a bit of a deliberation on what Paul Butler's just said, guys? If you know what it's about, I don't know what it's about, but
lies, guys, lies. Paul says, behind every good man is an even better woman. Lies, lies. Vicky, I think your Paul deserves. Just mute your camera and your microphone and run in that other room and just give him a quick. Come back in and see.
It's Paul. That's okay.
It's fine. I can take you with me. We're on a mobile device. Oh, look, here it comes. Come here.
Hi, darling. It's braver man than me to come in and get a crack on camera.
He asked for it. He came in here. He asked for it.
Yeah, he did, and deserved it as well.
Stallion, are those Terrapins red-eared sliders by any chance?
No, they're four yellow bellies and two musk terrapins, and they're all showing like some kind of
Musk,
like breeding activities.
There'll be a turtle then. If it's a musk turtle,
Will it be a turtle?
Yeah, not a token.
Right.
No. Red and yellow.
Musk turtle.
Yeah, if it's got red slashes down its face with like yellow lines all over it, that's a red-eared slider. Same you get a yellow mark with things here. That's basically the same kind of thing. But a musk turtle are totally different.
Do they all have a
ninja?
I've definitely got. Hey, I used to love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then what happens is every time there's a new film, it brings it out, so all the pet shops start getting the terrapins again, and it's a sad story for them. They end up in ponds or down the grid, and
musk turtles are pretty cool. Terrapins, let's just say, if your kids handle them,
yes.
Just make sure you wash your hands because they
wash your hands afterwards.
Salmonella. They have salmonella.
Carries a salmonella.
A lot of lizards are like that, aren't they? Like your bearded dragons and such.
Yes.
You need to wash your hands after them.
Yeah, but like I say, just be careful if the kids do handle them.
Yeah, I don't let them handle them anyway because these ones are on the large side, and when you hold them, the claws on them. I had a pair of latex gloves just messing about. It sliced the latex gloves to pieces. The claws. These are big.
It sounds red. I'll show you one day. To me.
Well, the yellow necks, so they're similar to the red, but it's just yellow. They're called yellow bellies. These.
Yeah.
There we go. Question from Cheeky Koi. I like that name. It's good. What brand do you group feed? Personally, myself is Japan mix from Quinnykoi.
Kenko.
Same here.
Kenko.
Same with Dad. Same with Mick. It's one that we went on to last year, and I took a 7 cm. I know it's not massive groping compared to others, but I had a fish that was 15 cm, and I've had it for 2.5, 3 years, and it's not grown. No, 2 years, and it's not grown. And it went from 15 to 90, which is the first time I've ever got that fish to grow. Now, I don't know if that's the difference between feeding 3 mil, because I dropped from a normal 6 mil pellet to 3 mil and started to feed with that to all. And I got growth on a lot of my fish, 10 to 11 cm on nearly every one, apart from one that only did a couple of cm.
The Japanese only feed 3 mil.
Yeah, well, so European same as well, mate. They do too. And some of that I will stick to. Some I won't ever change back to a bigger pellet. I'll stay with 6 mil. I've seen fish at 80, 90 cm being fed 3 mil pellet. I mean, obviously they're coming up and taking great big mouthfuls each time of it. But the smaller fish get more of an opportunity. It seems to slow them down in the feeding as well. That's what I found as well.
Yeah.
I eat 3 mil pellets.
Yeah.
What are you eating?
3 mil pellets.
3 mil pellets.
I've been feeding now 3 mil pellets, but you know what I've been incorporating is a lot of the stuff from the tropical side. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't believe you're feeding your koi Tetra Pro." You shouldn't be doing that. But the Tetra Pro will bring out the reds in the koi more than, well, I'm not saying any other food because I've not tested it, but when I've just give a few flakes of Tetra Pro, it's quite expensive as well. It's a premium tropical fish food. But another thing I tried, and I got this from the tropical of beef art. So it's like your frozen cubes of beef art, and it's packed through garlic and things like that. And when you're transitioning from bloodworm to beef art, they start getting the bellies as they're getting younger. They start getting the bellies, and then they start having the bloodworm. But they munch that beef art, and if you can get it cheap, trust me, that's what you want to be feeding your young koi. Just experiment with them. Just buy some cheap beef art in the cubes. Go to somewhere like I don't know, an aquatic store. And you'll see it in the freezers. They've got the bloodworm. Next time you're looking, look for beef art, and you'll see what size I'm talking about. Absolutely love it.
Like your Oscars, don't they, and stuff?
Discus.
Discus.
I used to feed that from a discus. Yeah. But what's it called? The reason why you're getting good colour boostage from that food because it's krill. It has a high krill content.
Right.
Yeah, that's why it's called carotenoids, isn't it?
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
And
that's also in your little freshwater shrimps, isn't it? They're really good.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, it improves the colour.
They go mad for them, don't they? And what's those black flies? Is it soldier flies?
Black fly larvae.
Black fly larvae.
But then you got some. I mean, Vicky will know this. Not many of you might not know about it, apart from the real tropical buffs heads. You get something called micro worm. You get some
banana worms
and stuff like that, and cultures, and they're pretty easy to set up. Oh,
yeah, they are.
Vicky B.
Thank you very much, Vicky.
I'm just sticking it up there to show that Vicky gave us a second super chat. Appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
I'm sat on the staircase now, so I can't be spinning on the chair. I've come down to level ground now.
But no, like I say, the micro worm and stuff like that. It's pretty good for growing on your young fish.
Crab sticks.
Yeah, crab sticks are there. Yeah.
Mine go mental for crab sticks.
Lend us a fibre, Gaz. It'll be about 6 months before I see that fibre, mate. But I'll lend it you when I get it. Go on, sorry, you were saying then, Nige. Crab sticks.
Do you tear them up, Nigel, into little strands?
Do you chop them? Or do you
just break them into the long strands and just drop them in. As soon as the first one hits the water, whoosh, they're up like a bunch of piranhas.
Yeah. Yeah, get monster.
They grow on tanks mental.
Cut one off and put it in the water, and monster will come and eat out, yeah. She does. I tell you now, wait till she comes and sucks it, you think, oh shit, she's on my hand, but
the chagoy I lost, Hoover, that's why we called him Hoover, because you can put your crab and he would come up and take it out of your hand.
Yeah.
And it's like since he's come out the pond, they're all a bit like, oh, hang on, shall I go up or not? The big pond.
Yeah.
But he was always first up, and everybody else would come up as well in the big pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
the garden, so he's all right.
Yeah. Oh. When Gaz is ready, budget, we can recommend that one, can't we?
BPK has asked, can anyone suggest a good mid-priced summer food?
The ultimate mix. That's what I'm going for this year, because I find that I want to have a little bit more sinking food in the food. That is the only reason why.
Is it another 5 or 10%, Mick?
Yeah. It's not a bad price food. I think it's for a 15-kilogram bag. I think it's just under £100 or something like that in it. Something like that.
Oh. I didn't think you were much more than the other ones. 179.
It's £92 or something.
Right.
15 kilo. Yeah. So you're about right, Mick.
Yeah. Like I say, good quality food. Like I say, people say, "Oh, it's Coppens and stuff like that." But it may be Coppens, but each of individual Coppens food do have their own design of food. You can tailor. You make your business food to what you specify.
You've got to keep an eye on your dealers, because I got my bag of Sakakare balanced 3mm for £115.
Yeah,
the big bag. That was at show price.
Is that growth or?
It's balanced. So it's both everything.
All season.
Yeah, and that's being fed all through. And no problem. I've got about 5 kilos left. Well, no, about that. About 2.5 kilos left. So looks like someone will be taking a good hit again on the credit card.
It's expensive, that food. I just stick to basics. I mean, I look at 3mm pellets. I stick with Tetra Pro. When you're talking, that's expensive. But guys, it's £100. I don't even think my dog eats that in a month. That's getting expensive, that. But I don't know.
Yeah, but when I don't get the waste, and I'm not cleaning the filters as much, and I see the difference in the growth and the colour. To me, it's a no-brainer. They have that and the crab sticks, and that's all they have. Oh, and some prawns occasionally if they're the right price at the supermarket.
Yeah.
See, I can remember my granddad making his koi food.
Mm.
He used to make it by hand.
What did he use, Vicky?
His hands.
I was 7 when he passed away. I
Probably
can
some
remember
kind of.
going in there, apples going in there.
A secret recipe?
It was something green, so I'm going to say like lettuce or.
Yeah.
It was definitely a head of something he was sort of ripping apart. But they all used to go into a pot and he used to boil it all.
Oh.
So basically making a boilie mix then into.
Yeah,
I've got
like, so you can make a paste from it.
powder into it.
Reduce it down and make a paste.
Yeah, like a boilie mix.
An egg, don't you?
I've got to admit this year, last year. Sorry, Vic. Go on.
You used to mix it all up and then sort of spread it out and then put it in the oven for I don't know how long. I saw it up on plate. And yeah, you used to stand there then and sort of break it all up and then put it in a box.
Right.
But I don't.
Last year I had to go feeding fruit. They went nuts for raspberries and strawberries. Chopped up. They never even touched bottom. They were gone.
The watermelon did well as well, didn't they?
Yeah, the watermelon did as well. To be
Yeah,
fair,
I love the watermelon.
we were on the pond for a good 2 or 3 hours, and they didn't even acknowledge it. But as soon as I pushed it over into Lily area, so it didn't move about, and it could get, somewhere they could get up underneath, but that was it. It was gone within a couple of hours after that. But I've never had no success with chopping an orange in half. I've had it floating on pond for 2 days and never been touched.
No.
I've had success with that.
Because I've seen Vince's fish feed off that when it were in his growing tank, and they annihilated it. But in my pond, never even looked at it. Not at all. No interest.
Yeah.
Summer, mine have half an orange cut in half, and they have inch-thick slices of watermelon, lettuce chucked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one.
Never tried that either yet.
Slice of brown bread. That's fun to watch.
Brown bread and garlic. They love that.
Yeah.
See,
They're
I've
not
never
always
fed
the middle of it
lettuce.
to start with.
Aldi brown bread and garlic paste.
Mm.
I never tried the lettuce me in the hope. Well, not in the hope, but in the worry that if I started banging in a lettuce,
Yeah, your lilies are
I'd get
next.
back up. Yeah, exactly, the lilies would be next.
I've always thought that. Yeah.
Did they not bother? Does they never do any damage to the rest of it? Because I've
Cows
mine
just go in.
lilies at all.
Carol's just going. So bye, Carol.
Bye, Carol.
See you later, Carol. Thank you very much
Bye,
for joining
Carol.
us again this evening.
Yeah,
Very much appreciated, love. Busy Bee says, I cut an orange into squares for them to eat, Gaz. Yeah, maybe it might be the shape rather than it being. Because I find that most of the time they knock it over if they do come and look at it, and then it's arse up. So
Yeah.
they don't bother with it. They just leave it.
Yeah.
I bet we're miles behind on all these comments, aren't we? I bet absolutely miles. Black Country
Back in
Toys
the
says, Spirulina with spawning Daz. Fried loved it. So do the Daphnia. Spirulina is a natural algae.
Yeah. It is. It's dried algae. The seaweed is the one that's got iodine in, but spirulina is algae, dried algae, mass produced.
Yeah, but spirulina can be algae.
Seaweed as well.
Seaweed as well, yeah.
Right.
The
one I've got is algae. Yeah.
That make up what I told you about.
Yeah.
That was the seaweed one.
Right.
Chasing Koi says, I would come on, but not mastered technology yet. Still learning.
Yeah,
It's
you and me both,
relatively
mate.
simple. If you've got a little device that you're using or you've got to use, your watch is on an iPad, click on that link, you'll be brought straight into this. It'll bring you literally straight into a sub menu, backstage kind of thing. And then all we'll do, mate, is click on it and bring you in. Your camera will automatically activate, and so will your microphone because it's linked into your mobile phone. They're pretty much set up it tells you when you come through as a quick guide through of what you need to do. Activate your mic, type in your name, your way. But feel free to come on, mate, if you wish. More than welcome to join us. Anybody is. I'm just going to keep. We've got Crafty that says with a wave to all. How are you doing, Crafty?
Evening, Crafty.
Just what we're trying to do is just rather you guys are all talking back and forth, rather than me sitting here going through all these comments night in, night out. Just trying to stick with the topic, stick with the conversations. I did see one from Life Around the Coip on there, which I think I've passed by, and I apologise, mate, if I did.
Evening, Jamie.
Let me see if I can find it again. God damn it. There's way too many to be going back there. Jamie, if you did put a question, bang it in again for us, bud, because it's about 400 up there. We've got Scrag68, which says, evening all, evening Scrag.
Scrags.
Irish Jody Coy jumped in earlier, and I did put up some of the comments and waving just to say hello to join us as well.
Evening, Irish Jody.
Budget Pond Keeper. For what it's worth, I use Takazumi Mix in summer, doesn't cloud the water, and had good results, 15 to 20 pounds.
Yeah,
kg
a lot
tub.
of people swear by
15
Takazumi.
pounds for a 20 kg tub. Sorry. Yeah.
That's what Vince uses.
Yeah, it is. But when you work out, again, somebody mentioned this in another chat overnight, when you work out the price of 2 tubs of that, it works out the price of a bag of Sakai Akara. Well, within a few quid. But I suppose it's each to their own, in it. Not all of us can afford to go out and buy 200 quid of koi when we're feeding us fish, when you want to buy it in. I say, I mean, if you've got an airtight container and you want to buy a big bag, the biggest sack that they do, you split that 4 ways between 4 of you and weigh it out, you all get a good tip, and you all get a damn sight cheaper price than what you would do if you bought a smaller bag and get more than the amount too. You can do it collectively through your friends.
Yeah.
Makes life a little bit better, and you're feeding the fish the top quality stuff. Have we got anybody? Has anybody put any? Gaz is bored of comments. It's not that I'm bored of comments, mate. It just seems relatively pointless for me to keep reading you guys' comments back and forward to each other. When you're saying hi to one another, it just seems irrelevant for me to say what you've already read and commented on because I'm miles behind you. So it's not so much bored, mate. It's just trying to keep up with the flow of things.
It's easier.
Yeah. Bloody bad down to 0 and -1 in the back garden today when it's going back to barbecue weather. Bloody weather's sick of it now. Yeah. This morning by us, it was, well, where I were in Manchester, it was cracking the flags. Proper blue skies, red hot. I was down to a t-shirt and I wasn't doing no strenuous work. It was warm. It was really warm. Opened door to let dog out just as the sun's gone down, and it proper dropped off out there. But been coming out in the morning and still getting a frost. Yeah. So, I mean, they have forecast snow for next week. That's the crazy thing about it. And as everybody seems to think, ooh, spring's just around the corner. Didn't officially spring till 25th of March.
No.
So 21st. 21st, were it? 21st.
I still think it's cold in March. I think it's still winter, cold.
Well, we've had snow in April before.
Yeah, we regular most years get regularly get snow in March, back end of March for us.
Yeah, in fact, that's normally the one time you can guarantee you will get snow.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't do it Sunday, I'm all right because I'm competing. So yeah.
You're racing, are you, Nigel?
Yes.
Think you're in with a chance?
Chance as anybody else, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's against the clock.
Car running good.
Yeah, I took it out. Where are we? Tuesday night for a run, and set the new lights and bits and pieces up on it. But yeah, the 16 valves screaming its head off, so I'm quite happy.
Good. Well, just be careful. Don't want you back to one piece.
is there any herbal use for meds? By that, do you mean is there any herbal products you can use for meds?
Well, I mean, you look in the herbal health food shops, and there's a lot of what they call superfoods, powdered superfoods, like the algae, the Spirulina, yeah. But there's also chia seeds, which is another superfood. I mean, I don't know what they're like for feeding koi, but I might have a bit of an experiment. Get the missus to get me a bag of each this year, and just see if it makes a difference for the fish, if they'll eat it.
Well, garlic must do something.
I was just going to say that, mate. Garlic, yeah, same thing. I was just looking about to say the same thing. Garlic's added to some foods, isn't it? Because they reckon if you eat and consume a lot of garlic, you sweat out your pores and you keep parasites or bugs away from us, doesn't it? So they reckon. Yeah,
it does the same principle in fish. It makes them sweat. The koi don't the parasites like it. So therefore, they go to the next one, try to find a host. But eventually, like I say, most parasites have to find a host within a set period of time.
Yeah.
Or the cat.
Yeah, going back to the garlic, if you search it years ago, it was the first natural antibiotic. You could search it, and humans used to use it, so they thought it was the koi food for the immune system. But there's one product I want to touch on that nobody uses in the koi hobby, and there's maybe two reasons why they don't. One, it tans the water, and two, they might not know about it. It's more of a tropical fish keeping, and it's not a food. It's just something you put in the water. It's an almond Indian leaf tea. Yeah, and it's excellent. It's a natural antibacterial killer. And I had a problem. I tell you, I had a problem with discus once, and this guy said to me, "Don't just put the leaves in the tank." He said, "Go and put them in a pan, boil in hot water, let them cool down, throw the tannins and leaves in, and then fish recovered." So.
Yeah, it's good for, I think, white spot, all kinds of different things.
Yeah,
it could be born in different varieties.
Indian almond leaf or katapa leaf.
Yeah.
So you boil that down and make a brew out of it, and then add that to the water as a tonic.
Milk and sugar.
Oh no!
But if you've got an expensive koi pond and you've got a koi window, it just looks like a copper tinge or something. So I understand why you don't use it, but I still would use it.
Vicky.
That's if you're feeding coppers, then you can do that kind anyway, because you already got that.
Yeah, Coppins does that anyway.
Yeah,
does it?
Yeah, Jeffrey's just wrote. Why do I have to pay for everything?
I know. If you can come with a valid reason, why not? I can come with a valid reason as to why you should.
Yeah.
You mean, think about that extra business you're going to be making, Jeff, with that mobile unit that you're driving around in now. You're going to have an abundance of cash. You're going to have to spend it on something, Jeff.
That's it.
Inside joke.
Talking of mobile units, does anybody know any good mobile caterers?
No.
There is a guy that Jack, if you know Jack, there is a guy that Jack used, and he does like he has a mobile pizza.
Paul Parker.
Paul Parker.
Yeah. I don't know if I've still got him as a member, mate, but I think I still
it's just for the show. That's all.
Yeah,
if you
hit Jack up, Jack might be able to put some details on, mate, and tell you.
Yeah,
get his details passed over to
okay,
you.
mate.
His father's
it's like a mobile pizza house.
Yeah.
But the pizzas, what we've seen of that, the pizzas on that day, mate,
they look good, didn't they?
They look good.
Let's see if we can. Question there for Vicky. Oh, we lost Vicky. She'll be back in a minute. So, would spirulina help with swim bladder issues, Vicky? No. I don't think, to be fair, I don't think there's anything that helps with swim bladders.
Right.
I mean, you can go to a vet's and they can remove some of the air or put some of the air back in to get the buoyancy. But 9 times out of 10, it tends to come back.
Yeah,
it's not in most.
I mean, I know koi do, and I think most tropical fish do. They don't just have one swim bladder.
No,
It's a multi-chamber. They have a multi-chamber swim bladder.
Yeah.
So if the larger swim bladder is knackered, because I'm sure the smaller one is slightly smaller towards the larger one at the back, and I think once you start getting problems with any of them, really, it's a big issue.
Every fish I've ever had, it's fluctuated, it's come and gone until it's got to a point where fish has been completely upturned, and then they just seem to perish from it.
I mean, bloat is very similar to having a problem with swim bladder, as Vicky would tell you. And yes, you can cure bloat with.
Can you cure bloat by shallowing the water off me?
Yeah, and peas, because it's what's it called? Yeah, it's what's it called, isn't it? It's basically food compaction. Basically, it's
constipation.
Constipation. Yeah.
If that's the only cause of it, then you can cure it with that. But with the baiters, I often find it's something they'll just get it later in life anyway.
Yeah. There's no really cure for it, is there? No,
I managed to cure it in total around 3 times, twice of which was on one fish.
Yeah.
But once they get it, it's then a continuous spiral. There's always something, and then they pine cone very easily the next time, and it's just once they get that system shutting down.
Yeah. It's a bit like dropsy. You can cure that. Even at the pine coning stage, at the beginning of the pine coning stage, but you need a warm. You need to bring the temperature right up to about 26 degrees. Plenty of salt, probably 0.4, 0.5 for a week, and then try to bring it down if it starts to improve. But it comes to the point where is it ethical? Is it ethical on the fish?
Yeah.
When it comes to
in a natural environment, it just won't survive it, would it?
It wouldn't. No. And that's the thing. I mean, like I say, I've got a question to ask the panel and ask everybody if it's okay as well.
Yeah.
Carry on a minute.
Right, I'll just put in there. It makes me think then. When you say about feeding food, what you got to think about is the fish. It comes up for air and it eats the food. Same like humans, when they eat, they go air and they get bloat. So it makes sense to change your fish, the way you feed your fish, to floating and sinking. Don't always feed a floating, floating food.
That's the thing, mate. Koi aren't designed to feed from the surface. They're bottom feeding fish. So technically, the only real reason why we feed fish off floating food is for our entertainment, so that we can see them feed, so we can see them come up. The natural design to turn down mouth is so that they're head down and arse up, mulching around at bottom.
Yeah.
So really, they should be feeding off at bottom all the time.
Right.
There's no such thing as a natural environment for a koi as well. When people go,
but if you base it off the carp or the Cyprian breed, then all Cyprians are basically bottom feeders.
Yeah.
I mean, you will get them coming up for a surface, but it's normally coming up to the surface looking for food when food's scarce on the bottom in natural environments. Or taking advantage of insect larvae that's perhaps maybe hatching at the surface as it's fruit seasons and such.
Yeah.
We've got an evening from the Baldwin Reefer. Evening,
Jack.
Just going to keep whittling through a few.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember what I wanted to ask you.
Sean Morris says, all right, lads and ladies. Hope everyone is okay.
Sean.
Thanks for joining us, Sean. Appreciate last week as well, mate. Very much so. Let's see. We're trying to get through. We've got a Carol. Oh, that's Copy saying Carol with the eyeballs. Always looks like he's looking at something in an angry way when he uses them eyes. I'm trying to see if we can get a couple more. See if there's any more questions. There we go. Oh, that's. Is there a way that I can increase the amount of chat that I can see at a time? Depends what device you're on. If you go full screen, you won't see it all. But yes, there are different screen settings that you can go from mini player, theater mode, full screen. Select those different settings, and you'll get more chat, less chat, or no chat, I believe. Depends what device you're on, though. If you're on a PC, you only get a small amount, but you see more because you're on a bigger screen. Skeggy says, I use IBCs for filters, LOL. Also have one for a quarantine tank.
Yes, Nigel. Next Saturday. Yes.
IBC, yeah, they're great. They're cheaper than what the price they are. They're brilliant.
Yeah.
They're not that expensive, are they?
About 40 quid.
I paid 25 for mine.
It depends whether they're like new condition or
Mm.
out of the stuff in.
Yeah.
There's
See,
so
Graham,
much you can do. So much you can do with them as well. You can cut the
Yeah.
top off and turn it into an aquaponic system as well.
Yeah.
Right, says there, Mick, I had too much time back then, which is relating back to the gaming thing that we were talking about. But now I have a baby. Thanks so much as well, again, Gaz, and sorry for the mug, and Mick for the magazine research. Really appreciated. He did send me a message. I did tell you yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah, you told me, mate. Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Glad you enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah, enjoyed it, mate.
Budget Podkeeper says, thanks for all your help regarding the idea to use the concrete. My pleasure, mate. Have I jumped right back on a lot? Or I hope I haven't. Ooh, that's the current one. Go back down, see if we can find any more. Vicky, Bubbles and Fins, do you keep Oranda?
yes. I don't.
Yes. Are they all one type, or is Oranda all one type, or do you get different?
Oranda's one type.
Just one type.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've got
The ones we
But they-
Orandas.
But they have different colours.
Yeah.
A lot of different colours.
What's an Oranda?
The
Is that the
goldfish.
bobbly head ones?
Oh,
Or
the goldfish. Yeah.
Fancy goldfish.
No, the lumpy head. Is that the
Yeah,
one that you got, Dad, with the messed up fins where you cross one other one into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not Orandas anymore. They're an abomination. They're cool.
Mongrels.
Frankenfish now.
They're Frankenfish. But they do look cool, though, Gaz. The Daz.
They do, yeah.
They do look good to say they've got a difference.
Yeah.
A quick one there from Phil Walker. Good evening, all. Great chat tonight. Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Phil.
much, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Yorkie's Koi says, Daz, how did it go with your new pond?
Which one?
Which
the
one, Daz?
the ones
There have
down
been several.
the ones I've done down the garden with the plastic capping on. Is it those? They're going brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cheering nice. They just need some fish to put in. Need some spawn.
We've got a good
Right.
question. We've got a really good question from Robert Cromford. Bog filter, what do you think?
Bog
What
filter.
Yeah,
Pond
bog filter.
filter.
A bog.
Bog
A
filter.
bog filter.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
From what I've seen, that they seem to have a lot of problems with them clogging up with silt and stuff and harbouring bacteria. They seem more trouble than they're worth.
I think if you had a large enough area where you could take it all the way to filter it and slowly feed it back in, large scale, you could get away with it.
Yeah.
But I think when you're doing small bog filter in an environment.
Well, you look at Jamie did one, didn't he? And he had lots of problems with it. He took it out in the end.
Yeah,
and it seemed to be a nightmare to clean all that gravel and everything.
that's it. I mean,
Gravel. It sounds like an underwater gravel filter, you know, with the plastic and then you put the gravel, something like that.
that's what it is. That's what it is,
I
mate.
thought-
Oh, yeah, it's
Is that
basically
what
the same,
it's
isn't it?
like?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't think it works for koi.
It don't work in tropical tanks either.
I think
mate,
it works
because
for
all that does is
tropical.
pull the
Does
fish
it not?
waste
Does it?
down and draws all the
Right.
nitrite and nitrates into the bottom. And if you haven't got a heavily planted tank, nothing absorbs it, and eventually you end up having to vacuum it all and take it all out and clean all crap out that's trapped underneath it, and it's just harbors bad bacteria again.
It becomes anaerobic.
Yeah. Old school was pretty good at its time in its day, but not really the most effective, I would have said, at present. You're much more better having it pumped out, filtered out, and returned back without it.
I'm more of a fan of having a few lilies in the pond, just individual potted ones to take out the nitrate.
As you said there, that's what I would suggest. If anybody wanted to do a bog filter as a such, I wouldn't do a bog filter. I would do a natural rooted plant filter where there's nothing in there other than just the plants to take out the nutrients and have them suspended in through a wire framework so that the root system is in there to take out everything that it needs, but the water can still pass through. And that was
definitely.
Or if you're doing it in ground pond, a stream with plantage.
But if you ask Vince, I've done the same with my rushes. I use nothing else, just alpha grog and the rushes. That's it.
That's it.
You don't need soil.
Mine are potted up with alpha grog and a couple of bits of blue slate to make sure that, because they started picking out the alpha grog. So I put some big chunky pieces of blue slate and wedged them in so that they couldn't suck them out and get to roots on my lilies. And there's nothing in there. There's no soil in them at all. No.
The alpha grog is really good for the roots. The root system. The alpha grog loves it. It's got like all the holes and nooks and crannies.
But that
as well. Grows into it, doesn't it? Eventually.
But that alpha grog is probably one of the number one things for causing necrotic bacteria if you don't keep on top of it. Though that's the only thing.
Yeah, but I don't think you get necrotic bacteria in a plant system when you're using it for a substrate for plants to grow in. In a pot. How so? No one gets into it.
Oh, if you haven't water pass through it, or pass over it, it would. You still get some debris.
Like a lily. If you got a lily pot and you put in a little bit on the bottom.
No, they're not like that.
You plant it in and then you fill the basket with it, so it's just a buoyancy weight and something for the roots.
No.
That's what I mean. And if you've got it running through something, then mine does clog up in mine. I've got to take it out and rinse it out, or otherwise you do get it all shit up. That's why I have the fine coarse, medium, and then 2 or 3 layers of filter floss. So you got all that crap out first before it even trickles down and cascades through. And doing that since I put that in. Originally, I just had the alpha grog, and after about 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks, it was just caked with crap everywhere. It was just a right mess. I had to take it all out and jet wash it all off all the time, which kind of seemed counterproductive. Put some medias over top for it to pass through and filter it all out, and then for it to just shower through as a trickle shower type thing. And it's been all right ever since. I've always taken it out and give it 1 or 2 cleans a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you do it at least once, twice a year, it's not too bad because you're not putting a massive amount of flow over yours, are you?
No. It's only got 5,500 litres an hour going over it. It's just trickling down and as it cascades down and through. But most of the crap's pulled out from the bigger system first. Since I put the other one in now, I barely get anything in there at all. But still think it acts as a bit like a trickle shower type thing of the sort. Whether or not I'll keep it, I don't know. I'm decided.
I mean, could you use bamboo?
No. It rots too, but it rots very quickly. I mean, you'd have to change it a lot for it not to rot. Maybe every 3 months.
No. Talk about a live plant.
Oh, a live plant. I'm not too sure. I know they usually use it in pet fish.
You could, but it's got such a strong root system.
Bamboo will crack anything.
Yeah, do not use.
Really?
I had bamboo outside the pond, around the edge of the pond, and the roots penetrated through the butyl liner and pushed straight through it and grew into the pond. So to keep it well away from any pond. And that was a miniature dwarf bamboo that only grew 18 inches high. Very thin stems. I thought, that's harmless. No.
Right.
Yeah, after you told me that, I'm kind of regretting putting one at the side of my wall just outside my conservatory window there.
Did you ever see that photo that I sent you? That a customer of mine, that she got bamboo growing outside in the garden. It pushed through the wall and grew into the lounge, knocked the plaster off the wall. The bamboo.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, I was thinking of getting some bamboo plants this year, but you're totally right.
If you're going to get bamboo, you get a solid concrete pot.
Yeah, it's got to be contained.
A solid concrete pot, and you've got to keep it well away from anything. Just have it in the pot, and even the hole at the bottom. Within time, a root will come out that hole.
Yeah.
We can use them in the fish tanks, and we literally just suspend them from like one of the glass panels, and then the roots just because it's a water column feeder. So we use it to clean the water. It's the same with like pothos, but obviously you can't go sticking that outside in the pond because it'll just die. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah, he would pothos. Yeah.
I assume it will.
I was using last year I made like a wooden plant with a fountain head, and what's a really good plant is that mint leaf, like mint tea leaf, really good root systems, and they like the water because some of the plants that you put, they're not really meant to be submerged in water a lot, so you might be causing a problem.
Plant to grow in your tank.
Yeah, that pathos is supposed to be the number one nitrate killer.
Yeah,
supposed to
I put some of that in my tank, mate. I took a couple of little cuttings off of one that we've got in the kitchen, or did have on in the kitchen. I took a couple of little cuttings off it. I left them in a glass till they started to root, and they were just small, tiny little roots like that. I banged them in the corner of my tank and dropped them in the side edge of the lid. Within 4 weeks, mate, the roots had grown right down to the bottom of the tank, full length of tank. And it got to a point where I had to snip the roots off every couple of weeks because it was growing like crazy.
Yeah.
But the leaf foliage didn't grow that. It did well. It draped about 3 foot, and I kept extending it and moving it over and taking another cut and another cut. But the roots went nuts. They went absolutely crazy. Grew like that. Have you ever seen
Dexter's World? He uses it a lot. He floats it in polystyrene and puts each one in an individual, and that makes like a floating raft.
Yeah, I did that last year, Daz, right? And that's the first time I spotted a herring at my pond. So be careful what you do, because I got polystyrene pots. I just put some plastic pots in it, some alpha grog, and I was growing all sorts out of it. And then this one day, I looked for my favourite. It was actually a goldfish, but it looked like a hybrid goldfish. So look at it, it looked like a tancho, but it was a goldfish. And I've looked, it's gone. Anyway, the guy above me said, the herring's on your roof. I thought he's having a joke. Turn around, I'd never seen a herring so big. It was massive. And no wonder my dog was always barking. He must have seen the herring. But like I say, precaution with everything you do, because just introducing that polystyrene thing with it, what you're doing, you're giving the herring an island to land on.
That's
so
it. So
it's a good idea, but you got to be careful. It does work.
Floating plants, floating baskets type things. So it's another area for them to drop on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I had watercress in the pond last year.
Yeah, watercress. I've used watercress in the pond. It's brilliant, but go watch the fish. I put some in one tank and they completely destroyed it within about a day. They just ate it.
Yeah, I put mine in one of them big square lily pad trays, the perforations, and we grew over there. They just nibbled it down, but it kept regrowing long.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I got about 200 fish that were only sort of small, and they kept splashing about. I thought, what are we doing? And they stripped every single leaf off the bloody water.
Can't have no point anyway. With the root system. They go for the root system. It's the roots they're interested, and then they eat the plant. But you attack the roots. I mean, if you're gonna do anything, do it more like you said, over the top. Make sure that the roots can get to the water. And even if the fish eat a bit of the roots are going to grow down again. You just don't want the fish to completely get the roots of the plants, because then it's pointless doing it. They're dead.
I'll tell you something I noticed last year in mine. The bulrushes that I've got at the bottom corner.
Yeah.
The root structure that came off of them, I was like, Jesus Christ. Now, I don't know if they were roots or they were new shoots that they were sending off, but they come out and they did look just like shoots of bamboo coming out in the water. And I was like, God damn, they look a bit dodgy, so I snipped them off. Because obviously they don't want them to get any bigger than what they already are, because, you know, comes midsummer, them are like 6-7 foot tall.
Yeah.
When they were shooting them out, they went from, in a matter of days, like just a little tip from, and it'd come out outside a basket. And I thought, what the heck's that? And then it went bigger and bigger, and over about 3 weeks, it got to like this sort of length. I'm like, God damn, that's growing pretty quick. Rather than fish, but then I seen fish chewing on it, and I thought, I'm getting rid of that just in case. I didn't want anybody to flash against it, so I snipped it off.
Yeah.
But when I got it out, it was real bendy and quite soft. And it looked like a spear sticking into the pond. And I thought, I'm not going to leave that. I'm going to get them out, get them chopped off.
Yeah.
That's another good plant you've just been talking about. Egg as the ball rushes, because they can be fully submerged and they can be out the water. So you can put it in your filter system, especially if you've got like a planter system, because the water, they can grow up. They're not going to die, because most plants, they either need to be fully submerged or not submerged. But this plant is the best of both worlds if you're going to use it as a filter system, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, mate, that they've over the last 2 years that I've had mine growing, they really have kept on top of, you know, taking all the nutrients out that I don't really need or don't really want.
Yeah.
They've nailed it. They kept it on top.
I mean, Iris is a nightmare.
Iris, yeah, they're really good at them, mate.
One of the best
Iris
They go like sting them, don't they?
They're good, man, but the root structure on them after a year or two being in your pond, it's like
well,
they're
mad, aren't they?
They're going mad.
Do you know what's a good idea though? If you are doing it in the filter system, it's the iris, not the bulrushes. Get the pond wool and wrap it round the root system, because what will happen is the root system will grow into that wool, right? And when you pull it, you'll see all the root system, so it's not going to take over your filter system. It's still going to use it, but it's going to grow in that wool. So that's what I did. I just put it in the alpha grow, and it grew all right. It was doing a good job anyway.
Yeah, I've grown them in filter wool before. Different plants. Yeah, they seem to do all right.
Well, I've got my irises outside. They've been outside all winter out the pond, and they'll get cleaned and put back in within the next few weeks. And they're already shooting outside now. And the root system is about, I'd say, a foot square at least, and about a good 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's just in water outside.
When they're talking plants, they think the plant has to be green and loads of leaves for it to be filtering out water. What that says is the plant's doing well in the environment, so it is pulling the nitrates out. But what you ultimately want is a plant that's giving roots off and more roots and giving leaves at the same time, because that's what's taking it out. It's all the roots what's eating all the nitrates up. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Tropical Koi says that he gives his koi salad.
Yeah,
that's because he doesn't eat salad himself.
I tell you the biggest mistake I done, and I don't know why my mum still let me keep going. Someone said put a cabbage in the water, they graze on the cabbage. Well, like I said, it was like a greenhouse, so you could imagine what a rotten cabbage smells like after about a day or two. But they actually supposed to graze on the cabbage. Yeah.
I'm just going to give it because it hasn't been used as of yet, but I mean, we all know that is definitely.
Now that's what I call bullshit statement of the week.
Because that gentleman don't give his fish green salads, because they didn't know green salads in his house because he can't stand them.
I thought it was about me, about the cabbage then.
No, that's different.
If you go to Tesco, you can't get any salad anyway.
No, it's on rations, isn't it?
There's another shortage of veg and salads now, isn't there? Not something else for everybody to panic about.
No, if Tesco's paid the farmers the proper rate, the stuff will be there. But they're running the tomato greenhouses on minus figures instead of making a profit, and it's not viable in this time. The same with the greenery and that. They're just the poor farmer's getting hammered. And he's not getting paid until late, and he's got all these electricity bills and everything else coming out. And as they said, no, that's it. But if you go to your normal market, you'll get fruit and veg.
Yeah, and eggs. Eggs are a big thing at the minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
The free range.
I must admit, actually, round here, because we have a lot of farms around here.
But yeah.
There's a lot more farmers now that got signs up at their gate saying veg for sale, eggs for sale.
Yeah.
Don't blame him.
Especially potatoes and strawberries and stuff in the summer. Yeah.
Are any of them trying to make restaurants?
Wash the mud off.
Well, last year I was messing about. I just threw a pop-up greenhouse, and then we just come out of the lockdown, and then there was this kind of cost of living crisis and all that. And I was very successful. I was only growing like peas, but this year I'm going to double that because most of the stuff will regrow, and what don't you can plant again. And I think a lot of koi hobbyists should have that element as well. Grow and watch your fish and grow, because you can get both can get stagnant. So say your fish hobby's boring you a bit, or you think, oh right, you can go into the gardening side and things like that. And I just think they go hand in hand. I mean, if you're not doing it, you should be doing it. You should be doing it. You should be growing your own food if you can, and using the fish tank water and just water your plants with them. It's as simple as that.
I agree with
nurturing
Brian,
instinct.
It'd be really nice, but to seriously grow enough that you'd want to need for your whole family, it's just not feasible.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's more like supplementing.
I know you had a bounty harvest of your sprouts, but that's
I did. I did really
my
well
dad's
with them guys.
My dad got an allotment. And
That's
it's
what you need,
it's
isn't it?
about 80 foot long by say 60 foot wide, and he grows potatoes, peas, carrots.
That's not a lot, man.
He grows everything. He grows everything in there. He's got chickens. He's got chickens in there.
The trouble is, you get gluts of things like lettuces. You end up with about 200 lettuces all at the same time.
Potatoes. My family goes through a lot of potatoes. I'm telling you that. It must produce a ton of potatoes a year.
Yeah.
New
They're
potatoes
good crop as well, because they last.
Yeah.
They're really easy though, aren't they? They're really easy.
Yeah.
And once they've cropped, you can cut them back and you can leave them in underground, and they keep there.
You need them.
When you harvest the potatoes and they start getting ones what called chitting, it's called.
Yeah, when they start sprouting.
We plant that again. So for next year's crop, like Stallion said, it's interesting. Really
what I did last year, I grew garlic, but you've got to learn about the times to plant them. And I'm thinking, why is my garlic not growing? Anyway, I've gone out in the garden and it's shooting up. You're supposed to start planting your garlic in winter. But it's having the crop. Things like that. One plant will give you I think it's 8 cloves or something like that. So think about
we've done it before.
Simple things like that. You're not going to save dramatically on your shopping bill, but imagine you making a curry or something, and you pick that leaf from your garden or something. It tastes a lot better. I don't even eat. Yeah, I don't eat many vegetables. I just like to instead of growing a flower looks very pretty on the eye, but it's not my thing. But growing a vegetable, knowing that can be used as food, to me, that's why I do it. Even if I don't eat it, I do it for whoever. My missus, like Christmas, they love them sprouts. She's like, make sure you do them again. Make sure you do them again. So it's all trial and error. Grow something. You might think this tastes minging. Don't grow that variety. I did Paris lettuce, and for the first few crops, the Paris lettuce was dead nice, but then after that, it was disgusting. So you just learn what's good, what's not, and then it's easy. It take care of itself. You know what I mean? Just water it when you can.
Thank you, Robert, for coming, mate. Great to see you again, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, Rob. Mr. Tropical Sai says, Koi says, what is the one koi everyone is looking to get this year?
With you saying that, Gaz, give itself a plug.
Well,
this Sunday coming up.
This Sunday coming up is going to be the GKP Grown Show, which is going to be in conjunction with Wakefield Koi, George. We will be meeting up between 10 and 10:30 and 11, hopefully, providing, giving a bit of leeway either way for people to get there, to do the picking of our case of, now how did he pronounce it overnight when he said it? It's a case,
It's Cassie, isn't it?
If anybody wants to join, in, hit me up in the comments, leave me an email, send me a comment, send me a message, whether it be a Facebook Messenger or anything else. There are a few more spaces. There are enough feet. I think we've got about 26 people that are coming that are officially in a WhatsApp group joined up. But if anybody else is interested, I think we have the capability to do it with about 50 odd fish. So if anybody else is interested and would like to come and join us, feel free to send us a text message, voicemail, you name it, whatever way you can get through to me. Email, Gaz. Oh no, I forgot it. I knew I got it.
So close.
Gaz's koipond1 at virginmedia.com. You can find that on my About Me information on my website, on the YouTube channel. You can also, if you add me on Facebook, Gary Hoyle, obviously, send me a message by Messenger on there. Feel free to join if anybody wishes. Hopefully we should have a good turnout and a nice day for it. And everybody should get to pick a decent fish. You don't have to take your fish away there or then on the day. If you've got the, warmer ponds or heated ponds, you are more than welcome to take them on the day. But if not, they will be staying and growing on with George in his establishment on Sakayakari Grove until such time as the temperatures come around about back end of March to April for us all to be collecting as fish. It's just basically going to be a picking day. We get a photograph, name of the person's fish, and then we can catalogue them all ready for collection then on said day. We have at present what we've decided we're going to do, if there is heated and unheated, which we're going to have a first place for heated and a first place for unheated. And we're going to do, there's a 80 cm pan net, but what we thought we're going to do, we've got plenty of time to get through, is get another one and perhaps maybe a bag of food and a bag of pond clay for both winners. So there should be a decent price for whoever it is, and obviously all of us should get a really nice fish out of it too.
Yep.
So if anybody's interested, message me in the usual way, feel free, and I will add you into the group, and we'll see you on Sunday morning. If anybody needs any details or anybody needs any information that's already in the group, hit me up and I'll quite happily post the telephone number, postcode and address of everywhere we were meeting up. So I look forward to meeting you all and seeing you all on Sunday.
Yeah, same here. And don't forget to bring your wallets fat and full, because there will be other fish.
There will be other fish.
George's.
Other fish. Dry goods. It does dry goods as well, treatments, filter systems, second-hand filter systems, you name it. It's pretty much got everything you need.
Ponds. Yeah.
So like I say, cracking
It's a small little establishment, but he has a good selection of fish and some nice stock. We're all pretty well looking forward to it. So for me, my Benny guy and my shows, mate, is what I'm looking forward to for this year, and what I'm picking up and making a little bit of room by moving a few on to a friend.
Yeah, I've already got me Benny Goy. That's what I was wanting to get, so that's already sorted in the showers. But I'm after a male kahaku. That's the one must I've got to get this year. I've got two. We'll have two females. I've got nothing to pair them with, so I desperately need a male kahaku, Japanese. That'll be a trip down to
age, Dad? Any particular age? Are you looking like?
Yeah,
you want some of breeding age, don't you? So you
minimum 2 years. It's got to be 2 to 3 years old, ideally.
So, what's that?
40, 50 cm, I would have thought.
Yeah.
To be that age.
50 plus, 40, 50 plus ish, thereabout.
Yeah.
Anybody knows of a good fish or a good place, hit us up. Let us know.
Yeah.
What are you looking for, Mick? Anything in particular you might fancy?
You can't say shower.
Well, but like I say, I might
even
be
though
looking
you
at
get one, you can't say shower.
Yeah, there's two fish I like the look of at George's. It was still there. A Benny Goy on one of the Hyatt Sawyers, what he's got.
Oh, they were nice, yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hyatt Sawyers. You know, one of the two big Hyatt Sawyers, the smaller one of the two.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Tell you what else he's got. Some key series, butterfly.
Let's not go down that route.
No. All right, on a top tube, not in a pond.
Oh, dear me. I knew that I'd get. Tokyo One says, "Hello, people. You all okay? Sorry, I couldn't make the Grown Show, guys. Mate, it's one of them things. We did say that we'd try. End of the day, you wanted to be in. It's busy. It's a long distance, mate. Unfortunately, if you'd have been in a couple of months' time, he is going to get set up with some postage capabilities so that he can do shipping. As of right now, mate, he's not in the process of. He's not got it finalised, and it's not actually up and running. It would have been really good if he could, but mate, next time. And if not next time for a Grown Show, maybe not next time when we're doing something and we're going anywhere and you fancy a trip out and you want to join in with us, mate. It's up. You've got my details. You're, more than welcome to touch base with us, mate. If we're ever going anywhere and you fancy jumping in, give us a shout.
Yeah, we're going to be, as Northerners, are going to be invading the South, aren't we, this summer? So, yeah. Well, what's it called? We're going to be invading the South.
Yeah,
show them Southern pansies what it's all about, aren't we?
Yeah. Do some pillaging.
That's it. We're going to the shows, aren't we, this year? We're going to the summer shows again.
Hopefully, we intend to get to all the shows this year. I'd like to go to the Yorkshire show if I can, because I've never actually been to a show in my own area yet. I'd like to get to that. I'd like to go to the Newark. I'm going to Nips. I want to go to the main, the BKK, the Kent.
I want to go to the Kent show so we can meet Vince and Vicky and lots of people down that way.
Barbara, Busy Bee. We need to go down there because we've been invited to a barbecue afterwards, so we've got an even double reason to go.
Yeah. Stallion, whereabouts are you located?
I'm in there. Nowhere near there, mate. I'm Manchester.
All right. Are you in Manchester? Well, mate, I drive past every day.
Yeah. I'm from the rougher neck of the woods. So that's why koi keeping. It's like you keep them indoors. You might get shot. Not joking. So last year when I did the little pond, I had actually how long we've been here? 2 years, isn't it? Yeah. So I had some nice fish in this pond, and I had no problems with it. And you're talking. I had to say about 9-10 inches long. They were decent fish, and I wasn't going to go any bigger with the pond, so I just sold them on. And it's only started getting a problem when I got the fry. So I don't know if I'm being paranoid and I think the neighbour's chucking something in or not. But maybe it was just everything. I think the flukes or whatever was going on. I didn't have a scope. I was doing shotgun treatments, throwing this in, that in, pulling this out. But maybe I caused the problem. Maybe I caused
that is the worst.
Well,
Doing the shotgun treatments.
Doing it blind.
You know something? I think Vince would say this one. The best way for fry to treat, to start off with, is a little bit of salt.
Yeah,
I tried everything. That year, I couldn't pinpoint what it was. It might have been even nothing to do with parasites. It might have been nothing to do with bacterial. It might have been something I was doing wrong.
Could even just be the genetics of the fry. Sometimes
it could have been
too weak to make it.
I bought like a green bin, didn't I? Like a 1,100 litre bin. I don't know what was kept in that bin. They told me it was just frozen meat, but there could have been harsh chemicals that had stayed in the plastic. I don't know. I'm just clutching at straws here. What it could be, but my head was in a pickle.
It could have leached.
My head was in a pickle. I wanted to just give it up because I didn't invest so much in it. It was more of my time. It wasn't money because everyone knows you can pick a bag of fry up for next to nothing. It was just like, I can't be bothered doing this if this is going to happen
not
again.
Madam Boy, you can't.
No, more expensive. I mean, the ones that I've got
were all expensive last year.
I think they were the same price. I think from where I got them from, I think they were the same price, mate, of what I paid years ago.
I didn't get them actually. I was going to get some from Just Koi in York, but because of the gas prices, They've gone up something ridiculous. I think they got up either £50 or £100 more than they were the year before. And I thought, blow that game of soldiers.
It's also some of them. It's the transport costs more than the fry.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's why when we go down in April, I'm hoping Adam's got some. I'll just bring them back with me and save the 35 quid postage.
Yeah. Is that what's gone up to? It was 25 last time I got some from Adam.
35 quid. 35 quid last time.
I might do the same as you, Nigel. I might bring some back if there's.
I mean, that's where them cracking the saggies come from. I've got in the pond now.
Ah, yeah.
They've gone from, fry to, what's it now? 47, 48 cm, 18 months old.
Yeah.
18.
There's a statement there from Skeggy that says if you're ever worried about residual chemicals in a vat or something, sodium phosphate will neutralize most things.
Thiosulfate. Thiosulfate. Yeah.
Thiosulfate. Sorry, yeah. That's the one I can't say. I can't read it either, apparently. Toy says, I have a question. A while back, I said UVs kill string algae. Skeggy said, no, it doesn't. No, it don't. I started to look at this, and it's not true. UV kills the spores, but not string algae.
Yeah.
So the string algae gives us spores, which makes it spread. If you remove your string algae and then treat, and then keep your UV going, you prevent the spores from being able to take hold in the first place.
Yeah.
Going back to the fish, the one this year, the only fish I want is a tancho shower.
Tancho shower. They're getting hard to come, aren't they? The tancho, even tancho sankey, because I remember when I started years ago, you could get tancho sankey in a mix. No, I don't even know if you can get them anymore. I don't know what's going on there.
I'm not getting rid of mine now, so I've got to.
Shush you.
Got to keep it for a while.
You know what, Mick, I've got a fish there, right, and it has showing a bit of the tancho on it, but I don't know. I'll give it time. It probably isn't. It probably just changed.
What size is it?
No, 2 to 3 inch. Small
that
fry.
Could be his head plate. Could be his head plate. Got to guess.
It might not be.
It might not be, but it could be.
That size.
It's hard to tell that size.
You would have thought his head would have been thickening a little bit now, so it could be a tancho, mate.
I'll keep my eye on it. What I did today, I just rearranged the room, so it was basically I got them about 2 weeks ago, and they looked in really good condition then. But they've coloured up and put a little size on, and I seen it in the tank under the light, and I just thought that's one that I've missed. I only seen it today. So it's looking a nice fish. Whatever it turns out to be, it's just a nice spot. If it's not a tancho, it's in a nice place. It's not a full circle. It takes over a lot of its head. Do you know what I'm on about? So it's not a circle, but it takes over the head a bit.
Yeah. Have you got flow?
Sorry, what was that?
Tank? Have you got flow?
Yeah.
Have you got flow in your fish tank?
Flow?
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of flow. I've got all the oxygen stones and everything going there, Mick.
No, it's not that. I'm on about pure flow. Make sure you've got flow in your fish tank.
What happened is my external's just gone on the. What was happening, what we were saying before, trapped air, then the motor started going. So all I could do at the time was just get it all in bottle filters. And what I'll do, I'll put my mic on mute. And you can see it, my cam, while I'm going to the room. I'll give you a quick show of it anyway.
All right. Yeah, because like I say, koi and fish tanks, in my opinion, they're okay when they're small. But
Vince is doing all right.
Anything over 3 inch,
I
wouldn't do it personally, but people do. And like I say, just make sure you get plenty of flow in there. Otherwise, you'll see them go that way instead of that way.
Yeah. I think they're all right to get them going, but when they get to that kind of size, I think the time to, if you're growing them on, if you're keeping them in there till you can just get through some winter months, so you can get them back outside, and there's no wrong with that at all. It's temporary accommodation, temporary housing. But if you're doing it long term, then you're stunning the growth.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I think.
Them shower.
Right.
You see
We've
them
got
shower back there?
Vince in the background as well. Bear with a second, mate. We've got Vince in the background as well. Stalin, if you wouldn't mind, mate, I'm going to bring Vince in and swap you out, or Nige, if you want to be swapped out.
I'll nip out for a bit, mate. No probs.
Thank you very much, mate. So we can get Vince and he can come in and have a
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
with us.
Yeah, by all means.
There for a minute, for 1 second, and we'll bring Vince in. Sorry, mate.
Here he is.
I did spot you, but then
Right.
and I wanted to bring you in and pull you back in as soon as I could. This is the thing with it. I wish you could have more than just if you pay for the premium, you don't really get a great deal for it. I don't think it's worth. Yes, you get it in 1080, but I think you can only have 2 more guests, which for what they charge for it, it's not really all that big of.
I was just going to say to Nick, who are you calling a fucking Southern Softy, you fucking knuckle dragging northerner?
Yeah.
Straight in for the throat.
Those, what's it called? Those shower you've got in that fish tank there, mate.
Ooh,
Nice, mate. Very nice.
Oh, they are. I couldn't rotate the camera, but going back to what Gaz said, that's why I'm building the that tank that I've got under the stairs. That's 1,000 litre. I know it's not massive, but what I come up with the idea.
1,000 litres good, mate.
You need to give them some UV light as well, though, mate.
Oh, they have Gaz.
They'll lose that colour.
This is the system of doing so. If you go back to the fish tank. It's a 7-foot tank.
That's it.
Yeah, right. Shush, right, before I go, because I've got to go, it's a 7-foot fish tank. But you know them lights to use for growing plants, like grow plant lights, like daylight bulbs?
Yeah, hey!
That's what I'm doing. I've got 4. I've got an angle one.
You fucking shushed us.
Thanks, Benj.
You fucking shushed us.
No, I didn't shush you. I shush me big. I shush me big American eater here, guys. I've got a big American eater here. He was barking. Oh, shush! I was shush you, yeah. I was probably thinking that. In my head. Yeah. Right, anyway, guys. Right, I'm gonna go because my missus. I'd only told my missus I was hopping on for 5 minutes, but thanks for letting us on. And,
thank you very much. Thank you very much to Vicky as well. Much appreciated.
Will do. Take it easy, guys. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
There you go, guys. Sorry, mate. Short term. We can bring you back in.
Reshuffle.
Apparently, somebody has just joined, but no camera, so I'm not going to point them around that I can't see. But they do. The name is you can have 10. So apparently, you can have 10 guests. So it might be worthwhile looking into. Well, it's an extra 4 guests, which would be one hell of a busy. But thank you very much, whoever you are, invisible person, for the info. And on that, as you're invisible, right for now, don't take offence, but ta-ta.
After a straw.
What have you been up to?
Take the straws from McDonald's.
Has it got that bad, Daz? You've got to fucking turn your trifles into a smoothie.
Yeah. But a national trifle shortage, just like the veg.
Trifle shortage. Oh my god.
What you been up to, Vince? Did you manage to get? You're going to go, mate. You're going to do exactly the same. Fire away, mate. I was just going to say, did you? What you been up to? Without any spoilers.
It's finished snowing in Twisted Towers. Put it that way.
Oh,
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Lisa said, "What do you mean? It's been snowing in?" I said, "No, look." She went, "Oh, right."
I ended up having to go down and get my dad's cordless fucking workshop Hoover so I could clean the fucking filter house down a fucking polystyrene.
It sticks to everything, though, doesn't it, Vince?
Oh, yeah.
Terrible stuff.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had a brilliant idea once, so I got loads of it left over. I think we'd unpacked a TV or something. I thought, I'll put it through my wood chipper.
Yeah,
the whole outside of it, all these bubbles of polystyrene because the static. Nightmare.
You turned it into a fucking snow machine.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
You that fucker.
Teskia's Reef and Pond saying, hopefully we'll meet you all at the shows. I hope we do. Yeah, it was
Yeah, you will.
to get to meet a few more people, come back and see us week in, week out. It'd be really nice. We're hoping. I'd like to do them all. I'd like to do them all this year and hit everyone if we can. I think there's going to be some pretty good events and some pretty good stuff and some new, maybe some new things to be looking at. Hopefully. But,
yeah. The only one I'm not going to at present is the National, because I still can't see the point.
Not the National.
No. For me, it's just, it hasn't changed in fucking God knows how many fucking years, and whether they add a dealers section to it or not, unless they're going to make some drastic changes, I can't see it making much of a difference.
Well, in all honesty, bits, nearly all the shows are the same, aren't they? Really, they're nearly all the same kind of thing. Fishing, vats, dry goods.
Yeah, definitely.
It's what you make of the day, isn't it? It's what you make of the day with the people that you've gone there with. I mean, there's not to say that you just have to go to see the show. If you're going to do some traveling down there, you can. Didn't we go to a show? No, we didn't go. We went to. Did we go
we went to do this year.
What did we do when we went? We made a full day out of it when we drove down and we went to Cullerbrook. What else did we do? We went somewhere else as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
But it's like that's what I mean. And if you're going to take a trip out, you can always add something else onto it, or go out and have a meal together with a group of people and sit down, have a drink or whatever. Or it doesn't just have to be about.
We went to see Vince as well, didn't we? Same day as Cullerbrook.
Yeah. Then we came down to yours, Vince.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But
there is the added bonus. You could always go to the koi collection if it was boring.
Yeah. Whereabouts is the National, Vince? Is that down near you or is that Coventry?
That's in Coventry.
I've not been to that one.
No.
Keith from there is part sponsoring the show.
Yeah, he does a lot with the National.
I did it last time.
No, our show.
Oh, your show? Nice. I mean, you haven't been there, have you, guys?
To which one?
The koi collection.
No.
Oh, mate. When you first go in and you see that fucking K1 chamber, it's something else. It truly is.
Night, Saskia. Saskia's going.
Good night. Thanks very much for joining us again.
Nice,
Appreciate it, Saskia. Amanda Smith says, I got a Tancho Sankey from George at Wakefield Koi. Lovely. Was it about this big? Because if it was, that is a very nice fish. Seen it.
Yes.
That's very nice.
Your Paul was liking that one, wasn't he, Vicky?
Yeah. He was drooling for quite a while. I thought he was going to fill George's pond up even more.
I'm going to go grab myself a drink, guys. While you, Phil.
Yeah.
Well, if it was a Tancho show, it'd be a different matter, but it's a Tancho Sankey.
Yeah, I'm not a Sankey fan, to be honest with you. It's just,
I love Sankey.
It's just, I mean, I find the sumi a little bit too sporadic.
I prefer Sankeys to showers, to be honest. I think showers looked a bit too. It's too much sumi for me.
No.
Didn't Ricky say though that Sankeys are very not understood enough?
Yeah.
And they are very hard to get a good Sankey into it as well.
You'll never be a rich man breeding Sankeys. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Too much waste.
Yeah.
That's
You throw 99% of them away, I think.
This is going to be a spoiler. Daz knows about it, but there is going to be the opportunity for 15 people to get the chance to have and grow.
I know.
A high quality
They're mine. I want them all.
Sweet. Yamatanishki.
Yes.
Yeah. Were they what we was looking at the other day, mate?
Yes.
Yeah, they were nice.
I've got the video and I've been drooling over them. They're nice, mate. They're very nice.
They are.
They are very nice.
That's something special that I've managed to.
And Vince will tell you.
Yeah.
Basically, what they are, they're a metallic Deutsch Sankey, aren't they?
Yes.
Variation.
I that to you, didn't I? Says they Sankey.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah, the Yamatanishki, yeah.
But they are better than. I mean, I like them better than a normal Sankey, in my eyes. In my opinion.
To be honest, I really like the fucking luster that's on them.
Yeah.
I mean, just from the photos and the videos that were sent to me the other day, mate, Ricky has pulled something out of the bag for me. And yeah. But that's as far as I'm going. For now.
So I can't show you the one I like then?
No.
Oh, you can.
I've dipped
You won't get it.
I've dipped it, mate.
There you
Vince, you know me grass you've got there?
Yeah.
Well, if you hang on till April, I'll pick it up from when we go to Adam Byers.
Yeah.
Unless you want it out of the way, like.
No. I thought we'll sort it out then. And that, Daz, would be a good place for you to look for a nice male kahaku as well.
Oh, Adams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a look online, didn't we, Mickey? But we couldn't see any.
Yeah. I'm allowed to show him, guys. The one I like. I've asked Vince for permission. Is that okay, Vince? Yeah.
Go on then.
I've already did that one.
It's on me.
Look at that.
That is pretty. But look at the luster on it and the shine.
I mean, I love that colour part there. You know that colour's going to go and pop. Yeah. Beautiful fish, mate. Beautiful fish.
And also, there is something very special about the bloodline.
Yeah, and that's it again. Look, oof, beautiful fish, mate.
Yeah. There's something very special about the bloodline as well.
Yeah. And do we get? I mean, in the if I'm lucky enough to get one, in the price, does it mean that the twisted one will grow it for us to get it to?
Oh no! That's down to you.
What size are they in, Vince? What size category are they going to be?
I think they're going to be around 18 cm, roughly. So he's promised me they're going to give us something to watch and enjoy grow over the summer. So he's confident that we're going to get some good growth out of them. And part of the breeding of these Yamatanishki have got Mark Gardner bloodline in them.
Ooh. And we was only discussing and watching a lot of Mark Gardner's videos.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
And no Skeggy. Mine. Skeggy said, I've seen it first.
Well, I'm afraid it's down to the draw, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we all know. Now everybody knows which one you want. You guarantee if they got picked before you, it's gone.
Oh, that's the case. That's the case. Look, I think they're all. I think all the fish I've seen. Cracking fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, there's going to be some special things going on down at New Forest this year.
Yeah, and like I say, that's one place that I would be really interested in to seeing, like, you know, your video, Vince, what you did, where you got to go round and stuff like that. That would be something. That would be something wicked.
It would. Yeah.
There is going to be the opportunity for a group of people to go to New Forest Quarry and have an access all areas tour.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Sweet.
Yeah.
As well as a few other things that we're talking about at present as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's going to be quite a few things in the works for this year. So yeah,
brilliant.
Come. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year, mate. It's going to be.
Yeah.
Well, I think if we all can come together and we can all enjoy a good season, I think it could be a belting year, and it should continue to be the same.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this season, and I just want it. I just want for me, more than anything, I want the dark nights to be gone.
Yes.
So, you can do something without thinking you're going to have a floodlight going on at garden and everything's pitch black and you can't see nothing. Pisses me off.
It does seem to be a long
time of year going. I won't mind if it snowed like hell, because then everything looks white and you can see. But we haven't even had no snow. And I like a good bit of snow. Hopefully, maybe next week we'll get some.
Hopefully, it'll just be in Yorkshire.
Well, I mean, mate, I don't dislike it. I enjoy it. I think it makes the shittiest of places look beautiful. So everything
it makes it damn difficult to work outside.
And then 4 days later, it's like that brown, horrible, gushy moo stuff, and it's just slush and crap everywhere. Somebody said their styrofoam is full. I think I've got some stuck in the back of my throat. God damn. I've choked on that. I had a mouthful of pop in the kitchen coming near as I swallowed it. I'm sure I breathed.
Yeah.
Got right back of my throat. Right then. Has anybody else got any other topics I would like to talk about this evening?
Would you like to give something away?
Would I like to give something away? What you mean, spin a wheel, Jobby?
Well, while I was listening to you, I was practicing a new technique on some.
Oh yes, look at that.
There we go. Look at that. Sweet.
Yeah.
That is sweet, though, not me.
That's a nice pair, Vin, you got there.
I wasn't going to say that. But actually, Vince, Lisa's been on about getting some of that art from you for my nephew, grandson, sorry.
If Vince is thinking what I'm thinking, and I say, would you like to give something away? If he's meaning live, Lisa, jump on, put your name in, and we'll add you to it. And we'll do a live spin the wheel. Should we do it the knockout to the last one to win?
Yeah, that's good.
And I would throw in a cup if I got some, but I haven't got none left.
Hey, I always found a cup.
What you think? Are you thinking as in for a giveaway, Vince? Or are you thinking as a live draw giveaway?
As in, if live draw giveaway, if you want it.
There we go then, right. Who would be interested in a piece of one-off, the twisted one, aka Vince Van Gogh?
Vince Van Space. That's his name. Vince Van Space.
No, Vince Van Loft.
If everybody's interested, I'll set up and I'll do a spin the wheel jobby.
It's Vince Van Loftenhausen.
Yeah. Are we allowed to do it?
Of course, yeah, everybody's allowed, mate. If you want to go in for it, go in for it. It's 15 quid a go. Now, let me see if I can find my thing that we used the last time.
That'll be a pleasure if I won that, but I don't win two faking both sides, so.
Dan's talking about Kahakos, though. Don't forget, Adam doesn't put every fish on the website.
Oh no, he puts a small number.
I mean, that man in Kahaka, you've got to go and talk to him face to face, and he will sort your fish out, mate.
Yeah,
right,
he will.
Right, let's have a look at this. Right, so we've got.
Because when we're going on the Adam buyer trip, is it April?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that'll work right for spawning.
23rd, is it? We're going?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
It's just after mine and Lisa's birthday, so.
Lisa Leach, we've got in there for a yes, please. I think so. We've got Lisa. Ooh.
Is that true, Vince? Adam's bloodline comes from S Legend.
Yes, there is one of the Kahaka who has
Is it a new one?
Bloodline.
I'm
not sure. I haven't.
It's got like I say.
I haven't spoken to him recently.
No.
22nd of April. Busy said she's got in a diary.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm just adding everybody's names in now. That there. So Lisa Leach, Paul Butler, Skeggy, Busy B, Mr. Tropical Koi, DT.
And just get them to email you with their details, and I'll post it off.
Amanda Smith. Amanda Smith. Busy B, we've got Spin the Wheel, Mrs. Tropical, Mr. Lawson.
Is Amanda our Amanda? My handbag buddy.
Oh, you mean Kirikoi?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No?
No. In fact, Amanda Smith, if memory serves right, she won the Easy Pot Flats from me.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Handbags, you daft Yorkshire plonk. You put Paul put. You have bags, Mick.
Copy's Koi. Oops.
So, Vicky, are you going to go raise concrete ponds now then? Is it in these polytunnels?
I don't know. I don't know. At the moment, we've got paddling poles to put into the polytunnel, but I did get my cover for. So we've got to start putting that up soon. Probably we're going to end up taking off and flying off the garden, but you know.
Yeah, don't get a windy day.
Yeah, knowing my luck. Be fine. We'll find some way of getting it all on and putting it down. And
if you've got it tightened down and you can adjust the poles up, then put heat in there.
Yeah.
It actually tensions it all up, and then you'll be fine.
You've got to get it tensioned.
And
don't forget the anti-hotspot tape as well on the tubing.
Yeah.
What's that for us?
The polytunnels.
Polytunnels.
Oh, right. Sorry.
If you don't put the anti-hotspot tape on, it will wear through the polythene. The raw steel will.
Yeah, the heat will end up melting through as well.
as well. Yeah.
Right. I think, in case I haven't got anybody, so speak up now and add your comments in, guys. I've got there so far Lisa Leach, Paul Butler, Skeggy, Busy Bee, Mr. Tropical Koi, DT, Amanda Smith, Mr. Lawson, Rye, Yorkshire Koi, Coppice Koi, Tracy Cope, Keith Smith, Sean Morris, Stallion Fish Keeping, and Chasing Koi. Is there anybody else that would be like in?
Me
and Dad. What about me and Dad?
Yeah.
Has Vicky got? Has Vicky in?
Shrewsbury as well. Oh.
Look, Vicky's crying now. Look, you've upset her.
Oh.
Oh, goddamn cats, piss off.
Can you put Kelly in as well? Skeg said.
Can I put her in?
Skeggy said, can you put Kelly in as well? Oh, Yorkshire Koi and Alan T as well.
Got Yorkshire Koi. Already said that one. Alan T.
Alan T.
Alan T.
See Doritos.
We've got Nipping Koi. And who else did you say? Kelly?
Kelly, please. That's Mrs. Skegger.
Is that EY?
I was just about to say Mrs. Teddy.
It's K-E-L-L-Y.
Right, we got Kelly, fun and games. I'm in Yorkshire Koi, got you. Shrewsbury Koi, Nick.
Yeah. Kerry Coy's just come in. Can he be in as well?
Have you got Sammy down as well? Mike Sammy.
Right, so we've got, let's go for them all. Lisa Leach, Paul Butler, Skegger, Busy Bee, Mr. Tropical Koi, DT, Amanda Smith, Mr. Lawson, Rye, the Yorkshire Koi, Coppice Koi, Tracy Cope, Keith Smith, Sean Morris, Stallion Fish Keeping, Chasing Koi, Nipping Koi, Daz's Koi Farm, Alan T, Kelly, Shrewsbury Koi, and Sammy. Any more for any more?
Yeah, Busy said, in that case, can I add my brother, my friends, and my sister?
My brother.
My sister.
It's what's it called though, Vince? It shows you how many people do like your work, mate. Because it is fucking cool. It's cool. It's cool as fuck.
Get in there.
Will you sign it as well, Vince? So it's worth money and years to come. Vince number one.
Back of it. I'll find the back of it.
Right. I think we got Black Country Koi. We're giving a piece away. We're giving away a piece of Twisted Koi's Vincent Van Aerosol Goff artwork. So far we've got Lisa Leach, Paul Butler, Skeggy, Busy Bee, Mr. Tropical Koi, DT, Amanda Smith, Mick Lawson, Rye, Yorkshire Koi, Coppice Koi, Tracy Cope, Keith Smith, Sean Morris, Stallion Fish Keeping, Chasing Koi, Nippon Koi, Dad's Koi Farm, Alan T, Kelly, Shrewsbury Koi, Sammy, my brother, my sister, my friends. Anybody else?
My dog. Willow. No.
Busy's just said to Vince, if Busy wins, Vince, can you throw in the sour goy, Vince?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. There's a trying for you.
Black Country Koi is in as well. Right, so there we go. That's as lot then, I do believe. That's everybody. We've got 56 watching. We've not got 56 names. Anybody else interested? If nobody else is interested, I'm going to share this second screen, and we're going to do
spin it, Gaz.
Go, Gaz, go.
a wheel of.
The tension's killing us. Come on.
There we go.
Is it the last one in? Yeah.
Click to spin.
Yeah, first one wins.
Oh no! Oh, I thought you were doing knockout.
I don't know.
Do knockout. It's more funner.
Yeah, we'll do knockouts. That way, then it's a bit more tense and a bit more atmosphere to it. So we're going to go for the click to spin. If your name comes up first spin, you're out, and we're going to rock through to the last person. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. Oh, gutted. You got a blue spanner, mate, but you didn't get yourself some artwork.
Starting the first one now.
Here we go. Oh, did I miss Dino? Yorkshire Koi, you've been removed. I'll send you a tea bag. Keith Smith, sorry, mate. Not on this occasion. Oh, Mr.
Oh, Mikey.
Not the tropical way you are no more, is it, mate? You've been removed. Here we go. What's this one? You got to stay in it to win it. Oh, no. Sammy and Mike both gone. Oh. Thanks. I just got a private message there with the bullshit. Sorry, Sammy. Oh, Paul Butler. Sorry, mate. Oh, no. That's the second of the new admin. Punished. Sorry, but you did get a blue spanner. You're not going away empty-handed. Oh, Amanda Smith. That's the two teams that have been wiped out. Sorry, Amanda. I'm assuming keeping Amanda Fix from Yorkshire Koi.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, Lisa. Oh, I didn't get Vicky in as well. Oh, Vicky, I'm sorry. Skeggy. Unlucky son. He'd have only put it in shop for sale anyway. Shrewsbury Koi, not this time, mate. Sorry, bud. Redraw, Vicky's not in. Alan T, I'm sorry, bud. That would have been expensive postage anyway, Vince. It saved you a few quid to live in Never Neverland. Miles away from anywhere, isn't it? All right, you're done.
Oh, my heart.
You might have been number 7 in the world at Connor, but not in winning on Gaz's giveaways.
My ass was twitching then. DT.
DT, you don't win any artwork, but you did get a new car this evening. So, look at the positive.
New car?
Yeah.
Here's what you could have won now.
Chasing Guy. You're gonna have to keep on chasing him, mate, because you've not won this time. Oh, it's getting close now.
What do I do?
Oh, one of the copies have gone. TTFN.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ah.
sorry, Kelly.
Oh,
No!
All the double teams have been wiped out.
Oh.
Ooh.
Come on, Daz. From Mike. Sean Morris, got you in a bit.
Come on, Mike. That's better.
Down to the last four.
1 in 4.
Oh, see you later, Daz.
Daz is out.
Go on, Daz.
Am I going to be a winner or am I going to be a third place loser?
My prediction is going with yellow.
Go on.
Last black country.
Yes.
Oh, it's a 50-50.
Sophie's out.
You couldn't write it.
Good luck,
Here we
mate.
go.
It's Black Country, Mr. Lawson.
It's class of the big boys, isn't it?
We give it a shuffle about a bit, make it nice and fair.
Yeah, made the best man win. Thank you. Thank
Oh, what a fix. One more spin for good luck.
That's a victory lap.
It is, mate. I would stand up, but you won't want to see that.
Stay sitting down.
There you go.
Mr. Lawson.
Nobody can say that one
Thank you very much, Vincent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Fucking hell, first time I've ever won anything in my life.
Anyway, Vince, we'll still buy one off you.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, just post it, Vince, with no postage on, so he has to pay
Can
the
we
postage.
can we show it again for Dino? That's what he won.
DT's old car.
That's cool.
There we go. A piece of signed artwork, sprayed, fresh this evening.
Freshly
by
painted today.
Vince himself. And I do know there are a few of us that own some of these, but I will say I was the first, received the first piece. But when you get famous, I've got print number 1.
Yeah, you did, mate.
Technically, you got print number 2 because my mum got the first one.
Your mum got number 1, didn't she? Yes, she did. I've got Mark 2. Damn it. Terribly sorry, Vicky. I don't know if you wanted in, but Paul were in, so technically, all
That's
those
fine.
pairs got wiped out early. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you did. You say you did want to be in? Did you?
It's fine.
Nick. you're gonna have to-
All I can say to people. All I can say to people.
Oh, God, it's such a glory, isn't it?
He's going to be unbearable now, you know that.
We got a well done, Mick.
Thank you very
What's the one
No,
from
thank you very
Dino? Brill, Mick. Nice one, Mick. Fix from Jason Coy. Fix from Yorkshire Coy. All those that keep saying fix, drop me your email address, drop me your postcode. I'll send you out a Yorkshire tea bag as a compliment. You know, I said I was late to the party, mate. Yeah, you were technically. I'd called them out 3 or 4 times, like, but I'm sorry.
Was that a
mate.
used tea bag, Gaz?
Yeah, used. Yeah, I mean, you can dry it out and go again if you want. You might get a weak tea like that Typhoon and everything else everybody else drinks.
Hey,
What you do up there, isn't it? Dry it out and then put 2 in the next cup.
Oh.
Mick, read that.
What?
I said, Mick, read that.
What's that say?
He says the hard one will go down in a couple of days, Mick, with a laughing face. Guppy says, well done, mate. Yoshi Coy says, did Mick pay for it? He certainly did. Busy Bee with a laughing face and covering emojis. Technically, Vicky isn't a loser as she wasn't in it. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Rather you than me, Mick.
What are you trying to say?
Dino, in with the insults. Good night from Alan T. Take it easy, mate. Thanks very much for joining us.
Alan.
Mr. Tropical Koi says, celebrating with a drink, Mick.
Yes, I did.
I did say put Vicky in on my behalf. Why have you got a Vicky in your behalf or in your half at your side? I mean, sure, you heard me call out all those names, did you? But you were there, weren't you, when I was calling them out?
Yeah.
No, Night Alan from... Get out of here. Night Alan from Skeggy. PG Tips is better. Complete lies. And Meow from Busy Bee.
That's it.
We've got two people in the background, but I'm sorry, bud. I am not going to be having... only joking, Vince. I'm not going to be doing a late one this evening, guys. I would like to say a massive thank you to all the guests that we've had on this evening. And DT, I see you in the background, mate, but what I'm going to be doing, the reason why I'm pulling it to a quick earlier draw tonight, this evening, is we will be going into the GKP Koi Lounge. If anybody would like to join us in there and come have a natter for a little bit off camera kind of thing, if you want to be on camera, you can be. Feel free to do so. You can find it on my about page or on my home screen. There's a little link for Discord. Feel free to come and join us.
Facebook page.
We will be in there most evenings, Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sundays. If everyone wants to join us, feel free. Thank you very much, Nigel. Vince.
No problem.
Thank you very much, Vince. Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks very much, Daz, for joining us, and Mr. Lawson, as always. And thank you very much, Vicky, for joining us this evening.
Yeah.
If you could do me a huge favour, guys, all those that are coming, if anybody needs anything or anybody wants to be in as a last minute for the Grown Show, hit me up with the email. We are meeting up between 10:30 and 11 on Sunday morning at Wakefield Koi. If anybody wants to drop me a message and be a part of it, feel free to do so. Usual thing, guys, if you can do me a huge favour, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And until next time, keep smiling, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, well.
Mr. Koi with his last bit there has Grown Show this Sunday. Certainly is, mate. Good night, all. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll catch you on the next one.
Night, everyone.
Right.
Bye.